welcome back to the party, everybody. This is Morty, and I am your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Everybody hit that like and subscribe. You know I would do it for you. And let's party. Big shout out to the replay gang. Thank you so much for coming back to watch this, even though you missed the live party, guys. That is the best part, so make sure you are here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and sometimes whenever I feel like it. So hit that subscribe, ring the bell, and you will never miss an Indian Jesus live party ever again. If you'd like to support the channel, head on over to TheIndianJesus.com for your very own official merch. And if you're still wearing masks, you can even get a mask only at TheIndianJesus.com. Guys, we do also have a completely free Discord server. It is absolutely free. It is a great place to go, hang out, meet new people, have interesting conversations, and like I said, it's absolutely free. However, if you are a member of this channel here on YouTube, you can scroll right below the video here and hit that join button. There's a few different tiers, but it starts at just $2.99 a month. Gets you members only live streams here on YouTube, all that other good stuff. But the biggest thing is that it opens up the full Discord server. That is right. There's other channels, including the voice channel where we hold our after party. That's right. As soon as we are done here, we're heading over there, and we don't have to worry about any YouTube censors, and you are not stuck behind your keyboard. You're actually on screen with me and everybody else. It is a good time. Come and join us. We got King Nirvana in the building. Something indeed. So you may have, you may or may not be aware that James O'Keefe, formerly of Project Veritas before he was ousted, and now with his own investigative journalist O'Keefe Media Group, aka OMG, just put out this movie, Line in the Sand, where they are literally going across the border and getting in all of this stuff. We don't do that. Thank you very much. And the it's just an amazing film, and you know, I thanks to shout out to Am. We'll give her another shout out when she gets here, but on the Tucker Carlson Network, where this came out, that is, you are able to gift videos. So she is a paying member, but we are going to get to see what is going on. We may, so here's what I'm gonna do. This may, I don't know what's gonna happen in terms of copyright and stuff. So I just put the Rumble link in the chat. If something happens with YouTube, then we'll just go right over there and finish it over on Rumble. Sound good? Oh, all right. Without further ado, if you cannot hear the video, please do let me know.
This Corey over. If you think that's that's someone trying to come across, just back out of the way so he can't see you, and then I have eyes on him.
We've got a car on the Mexican side right in front of us. Do you see the lights?
Switch over to my cheese 1 second.
They're burning. Burning what?
They're cutting.
Yeah, weird. Do you see any sparks? We smell it. So we think that car is headed towards the spot in the fence where they're cutting. We think that they're looking at us right now.
Those might actually be pickup vehicles.
We are actually witnessing human pickup vehicles on the American side. At least three
Right there.
Pickup vehicles that just turn the lights off on the American side. Oh,
The cartel is talking ish to them.
He's talking about you guys.
holy shit. That guy's compromised our channel. They know we're here. Have you seen this before, Anthony?
They've intimidated me, but not to this extent.
Who's mocking us big time? What if I were to just run up to them right now? What would happen?
I would highly advise you against that.
You ever done that before?
No,
What if I
we're
just
not going to start tonight.
What if I just took the flight
Yeah,
mic
not a
out
good
and said,
idea.
hey, this is James O'Keefe. I'm asking you for comment on the human trafficking you're doing right now. They shoot me?
It's a little different than the dates you've been on.
You gotta record the audio when you're sauntering and covering. That's the shot. I have the tiny recording USB sticking on the Mexico side. And then you can pick up all the voices. You know, that's what we should do. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Yes.
11 at night.
Where the fuck is the
Just
border patrol?
trolling the border.
Where's the border patrol? I've not seen it. Dude, where are they?
Nowhere to be found.
There, it's on.
It's hot in here. Hold on.
Okay, it's good. There's water on the ground. This is a fresh cut. They're still here.
As you can see, they're past halfway point of cutting the wall. This will be just dangling up, hanging from the top, and they will just slightly push this over, and migrants will be making their way right through here. We can't be out here too long because we don't know who we're dealing with. For the most part, these people are armed, and we're literally interfering in their business right now.
Gotta get out of here. She's about to come right back.
Going through the fence. Through the fence.
The audio.
So when people ask, well, what do you need a wall for? Can't saw through a wall. It's at least 10 times as hard as a fence. At least 10 times as hard as a fence. Shout out to Mood. Welcome to the party. I have not seen Andrew Callahan's video where he illegally crosses the border. I have not. But welcome to the party. Okay, well, then we need a better wall. We need a wall.
There's a ladder.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. No, get the ladder. He's got the ladders. The ladders. Look at this. These guys have got a ladder right here. There's a cut right there.
You ain't word.
He's got ladders, and he's running through the shrubs. He's running.
In broad daylight.
He's giving us a middle finger. Did you see that? I need to get that audio recording device off the fence. Go. It's stuck. We gotta go. He's calling somebody. We gotta go. This is dangerous. Come on, guys.
Audacity.
We gotta get out of here.
The audacity.
Everyone's here.
And again, guys, I do have a running poll right now. If you were in a war-torn country, would you risk it to illegally come to the United States for safety? Yes or no?
We're going. We'll talk later.
Dude, that was what? He said we gotta work. We'll talk later.
Yup. Mood says we need better immigration reform so we can stop enriching the cartel and corporations that aim to extort the immigrants. Yeah, I think regardless of what you, where you fall in terms of the political aspects of, the border and immigration, all that stuff, I don't know how you could disagree with that. I do not know how you could disagree with that.
Yeah.
But they seem very hostile or what?
Yes. Yeah, they don't give a fuck. Where is the border patrol?
No, they don't.
500 meters, 600 meters.
We are what? We are 4 minutes in. 4 minutes in, and twice he's had to ask the question, where's the border patrol? On the border.
Can we get a little closer, like just at that where that hill starts right there?
Listen, you can, if you want to, you can jump in the back of my truck and I'll back you down there.
You want to? Let's go.
The balls! The balls!
Right, back up here. Who wants to talk? ¿Qué pasa?
And the National Guard is shooting at us. This is from a cartel spotter.
What?
Those who just listen.
¿A ustedes?
The government
¿A
here.
ustedes le tiran?
Sí, estoy inmigrante.
¿Usted es inmigrante?
No, nos tiran.
La Guardia Mexicana.
Guardia Nacional y Sedena.
What?
Well, what she was going to say.
The Mexican National Guard will shoot them.
Shoot who?
Them.
So the Mexican National Guard is also not trying to, supposedly not trying to keep the cartel in operation, but they're a strong group.
He's saying we need to go over that way.
I don't think we should take direction. Let's not.
No, let's
Yeah, if he says go that way, I'ma go this way.
Security is advising us that we need to get the hell out of here.
Oh, they're there. They're close right now.
They're close. Get Zoom in with your lens.
They're going to have a rendezvous. People come rounding them up here. So
Customs and Border Patrol?
No, they're guys.
Cartel. So what do we do?
There's a car coming, right?
That is cartel.
Let's go, guys.
That is definitely cartel.
Let's go.
Fill it in with concrete and rebar.
Stop the car.
Get out.
Bill.
I'm not fact checking. I don't know exactly whether when Mood says that was Trump's fence. If that is whether that actually was him. I think I do remember that being true, but that was never what the initial build the wall was. So it's not like this is exactly what I wanted to do. He was always talking about concrete and rebar. Guys, come on. I really don't appreciate coming in and telling other people, hey, let's go watch this other show. Okay. Well, go watch what you're watching then. I don't know what to tell you.
Sir, just down that way, there's cartel members threatening us, and they're going through the fence.
Why aren't you over there?
I'm here waiting.
I appreciate it.
What?
Shout out to Right Click. Welcome to the party. I do appreciate it, but just in future, guys, keep, a little bit of reading the room. I'm desperately trying to get people to come to watch this. So if you come in hearing, hey guys, something else is happening elsewhere on the internet. There's always stuff happening elsewhere on the universe. And yeah, I mean, if you want to go watch Timcast, then go watch Timcast. He's not going to talk to you, but I definitely will. Welcome to the party. I'm sure you're headed back, but I will see you in the after party. Shout out to Carl. Welcome to the party. So I would flee a war-torn country, but I would expect people in the country I invaded to eject and be offended by it. And that's, definitely an interesting aspect of, the human side of this is that, of course, we need borders, we need rules, we need a system, we need all of this stuff. But we can't forget about the human aspect of it, that these individual people are not necessarily, some of them are, but they're not necessarily evil people. They're just people just trying to live. And I think sometimes that message can get lost in the reality that a lot of them are not necessarily just trying to come here and live a good life. They're doing, very, very bad stuff. But just because you come here illegally doesn't mean that that's the case. But just because that's the case doesn't mean we don't need borders, and doesn't mean that people should be expected to accept it. Welcome to the party, brother. We also got Mighty Sarlacc in the building. Welcome. Good to see you. Moods, if you want to take power away from the cartel, give migrant workers the right to work here temporarily and expedite their legal process. Don't build a wall. That helps the cartel. Agree, disagree. Tim Cass is bald. Jesus has long, beautiful hair. Choice is easy. That I agree with.
They were going through the fence.
Hey, there she is. Shout out to Am. Welcome to the party. Everybody put Am in the chat. She is the reason we are able to see this. And so far, so good. I mean, we have been talking a lot, but we don't know, again, what is going to go on with the, the copyright stuff. Again, so far, we're good, but I did pin the, look who we got. We also got Morty. I did pin the Rumble link to the top of the chat. So, if we go dark here, we are just going to finish it over there. We also got Indie Film. Welcome to the party. Very, very, very good to see ya. So the problems today with immigration, the COVID response, and the economy are obviously Trump's fault. No new administration could do anything to fix it. Jokes. Thank you. Welcome. And shout out to Am.
Sir, just down that way, there's cartel members threatening us, and they're going through the fence. Why aren't you over there?
I'm here waiting.
Have a good day, guys.
Just waiting.
What?
Just waiting.
They were threatening us, telling us that we're interrupting their work, and the Border Patrol agents just sitting right there. I don't think we can trust anybody.
I don't think we can trust anybody. And I mean, doesn't it just make so much more sense? The cartel, they're on top of their business. Hey, we're working here. CBP, American government, have a good day, guys. Well, I mean, if they pass over here, I don't know.
¿Dónde vienes?
Guatemala.
¿A dónde vas?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Gracias. ¿Tú?
De Guatemala.
¿A dónde vas?
Chicago.
Gracias, amigo. ¿De dónde vienes? ¿A dónde vas? Gracias. ¿Y usted?
Guatemala.
¿A dónde? Gracias. ¿Y used? ¿A dónde?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you couldn't see the things here. So I'll pull this down. We'll back that up a little bit. They're just asking, where are you going?
Trust anybody.
¿Dónde vas?
Where?
¿Dónde vienes?
Guatemala.
¿A dónde vas?
Where are you coming from and where are you going?
Gracias. ¿Tú?
De Guatemala.
¿A
Guatemala.
dónde vas?
Chicago.
Going to
Gracias,
Chicago.
amigo. ¿De dónde vienes?
Guatemala. Going to Charlotte,
Gracias,
Carolina.
Guatemala.
¿A dónde?
Guatemala to
Gracias. ¿Y
Texas.
usted? ¿A dónde?
Guatemala to
Gracias,
Charlotte.
¿y usted?
Charlotte. How do they know where
Charlotte
they're going?
again.
Right now, outstanding out here is 167.
And how long until you guys round these guys up?
Right now, we're pretty overwhelmed back at the station, so I
AKA never. So their camera crew probably looks like they could be aiding the cartel. I'm sure they were checking on them. Yeah, well, I mean, when it comes to judging people based on the way they look, that's how it works.
Overwhelmed because there's just so many people?
Yes.
So there's too many people to process these guys right now.
Mhm.
Wow.
I wonder why that is. I wonder why.
You got our audio. We got it. We got it. They're sawing the fence.
So they're all over. They go all over. A lot of it is in Texas and Arizona, but a lot of it also is in California. I learned my lesson, guys. I learned my lesson. We are not going in blind. I did watch this beforehand. Oh, I remember this part. I remember this part. This is haram.
We got it. We got it. They're sawing the fence. It gives you a sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach. That's a face that you. And they don't care. They just want to get their work done because they'll get killed.
If you it's a money grab. If you trace the money, eventually you will get to the top of evilness.
It's all about money. It's not about people.
What isn't about money?
But it's also life or death. It's about life and death here. And death is very close.
Part
Immigrants
one,
from all over
journey
the
of
world
immigrants.
travel to the city of Irapuato to climb aboard a moving freight train they call La Bestia, or El Tren de la Muerta.
So this is the Beast Train, Memorial Day of this year.
Train of death. On the perilous journey to their final destination in the U.S., they encounter rape, kidnapping, and even murder. And yet, they are willing to take the risk.
So if we just pause here and look for a second, they're down over here, and this is obviously the border. And you can see that, obviously nothing new, but there's multiple entry points.
This is a first-hand account of their journey. But it's also a journey into human nature, featuring things we cannot reconcile within ourselves, or perhaps just don't want to.
And they can help you with bus and flight tickets.
Nadie se va a bajar de arriba.
No one's
Nadie.
going
Don't
to
come down.
Nadie.
If the immigration
Nadie
stops us,
negativo.
stay on top.
Todo positivo arriba. Nadie se va a bajar al piso. Que se baje. Negativo.
You got to tie up our shoes because when you get on the train,
So if you missed that, they're saying that like immigration, if you get on the train, immigration will be like, get down, get down, get down. You do not get down. Once you're on the train, you're good. Just like once you're across the border, you're across the border.
you don't want to get the laces tangled up in there.
This is wild. This is
The
wild.
Ferromex train conductor signaled to the immigrants not to take this train, but the next one.
This is a good one.
This is a good one.
Oh, this is a good one. Now, I don't necessarily watch this type of stuff on the regular. I mean, I know that it happens. We all are aware that this is happening. I don't know about you guys, but I don't actually watch and see this stuff. A moving train. I mean, I just finished watching the train heist scene in Breaking Bad. This is the same thing, except they're trying to ride that bitch. It said prosecute companies like Tyson Chicken for exploitation of labor and stop interfering with South America's elections and economies. These people are coming because of us. There's definitely a lot of reasons. There's definitely a lot that the American government is, as you're saying, giving incentives. I completely agree. I completely agree.
Fucking do this, guys. Hurry.
Okay, really quick, just because you brought this up. Wait, did I save it? I had to have saved it. There's no way I didn't save it. Or was I talking to you guys about this earlier? Apparently, if I can't find it, we'll dive back in. Just a quick aside. I guess I didn't save it. But apparently, there's a widely known rumor around Hollywood that Tom Cruise likes to mouthfuck fish. He will go to fish markets, get a particular type of pufferfish, go into the bathroom, fuck it, and then leave it there. So the rumor goes. Just reminded me of that. Moving on.
got this, brother. Come on. Yeah, well, you got this. Sorry, we're here.
Oh, you guys.
What is this?
Guys, this is serious, okay? This is serious stuff. But I don't know. I saw Tom Cruise, and that's where my mind went. Unfortunately. All right, it's serious.
Yeah, well, you got this. Sorry, we're here.
We made it.
What is this? It's coal. Coal pellets.
Coal. Riding on coal.
It was moving. He barely did that. Did that just happen?
Did that just happen?
Oh shit! That just happened. I guess it did. America, we made it.
America. That's where the dilly. That's where the dilly. Pufferfish, huh? Trying to inflate his own ego. Oh, you guys are funny. I think I don't remember what they named the type of fish, but I forget exactly what it was. But yeah, sorry, I don't know. Things come to mind, and I just gotta say it. Music.
There's actually people waving at you the entire way, and they're cheering you on, and they're excited to see you. You got shanty towns right here. They wave at you. Everyone is so nice. Woo! A lot of the people here saying they want to vote for Biden, but Trump would be better for America.
Pardon? Guys, really quick before we continue, if you have not already, please do hit that like button. This is not available anywhere for free on the internet except right here, right now. If that ain't worth a like, I don't know what is.
A lot of the people here saying they want to vote for Biden, but Trump would be better for America.
Biden is better than Trump. Okay, I mean, hey, we're all free to have our opinions.
Trump es mejor para americano.
Oh, Trump is better for Americans, but Biden is better for immigrants.
¿Por qué Trump es mejor para americanos?
Because he doesn't allow us to cross. I said, you goddamn right. Just in case y'all missed it. Trump for Americans, for migrants, Biden.
¿Por qué Trump es mejor para americanos? In front of me are all the migrants. They're headed north. They're going to the United States. This is just incredibly.
Hey, shout out to Calls Frosted Tips. Welcome to the party. Said, be my man, Morty. Indeed, I will. And said, deport all of them. Hey, if you're here illegally, then GTFO. Except for you, Carl. You are very much welcome here. Even if you're not, and I don't know, I was going with that one. I tried, and it didn't come to me. But welcome to the party. We also got our boy, the Punchcast. Welcome. Very good to see you guys. And Carl, of course, that makes you the new sponsor of the stream. Thank you so very, very much. Again, there is nowhere else you're going to be able to see this online for free. Unfortunately, got to deal with my commentary, but I think it's pretty good. So join up. Let's do this.
Dangerous. Getting on a moving train, it's not as easy as it looks, and you're carrying all this packs.
It doesn't look that easy.
On them, holding 2 gallons of water, and they're climbing aboard a moving train. People get killed. They get their legs chopped off. People get run over all the time. They throw their kids on the train, which has no floor, and the child gets run over. So they say this is a humanitarian thing, but
is it?
I think that people need to experience this to understand exactly what we're dealing with. It's Saturday, Sabado. The immigration officials are not.
Shout out again to Carl. Thank you very, very much for being the sponsor of this stream. Podcast that every country should and must protect their borders. It's a citizen's right to protect their country against illegal aliens breaking the law. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree.
I think that people need to experience this to understand exactly what we're dealing with.
It's Saturday, Sabado. The immigration officials, they're not working on the weekend, we've learned. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully we get to see the sunrise.
They're not working on the weekend.
What?
Imagine if just cops in general just didn't work weekends.
What?
They're honking their horns at us over there in town. We're stopped. We've come to a stop.
They're saying, hey, let's all get onto one.
People started moving to the back of the train because if Mexican immigration officials came, it would be easier to escape. They're helping each other as they cross from car to car. They're very upset because they can't get her.
No. What are you doing?
With gaps in between the cars, 15 feet off the ground, people become paralyzed with fear, and some need help to cross.
You jumped onto a moving train, but going from one, I mean, are we in this or are we not? Are we in this or are we not? Did he just try to insinuate Border Patrol doesn't work weekend? I mean, apparently in that spot, they said that those people there are not working weekends.
With gaps in between the cars, 15 feet off the ground, people become paralyzed with fear, and some need help to cross.
Hola. I would assume he meant in this one area, not the entirety of Border Patrol.
Is this immigration here?
Yes, it is.
Down. We're avoiding immigration over here. We got to get where the coal is lower.
There was this guy up there. It's Mexican immigration right there. He already saw us. They got some spotlight on us.
We're going to take the SD chip out of the Sony, put it in the wallet just in case we get detained by immigration.
Hey guys, immigration. You want to run? You want to stay on the train?
We're staying.
We can trust them.
Do you want to run or do you want to stay? So Mexican immigration is there. And they're like, you got to make a choice. You can hide out or dip out.
Some people made the choice to get off the train, hiding from Mexican immigration.
Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. If you're in this situation right now, are you running or are you hiding? Running or hiding? Take cover. They already got us. They're ready for us here. Look at that. He's yowza. Jesus.
Boys, we got to be ready to haul ass, though, because I will haul ass. We're not losing this footage.
No, this is Mexican military. This is Mexican military. I'm not filming them.
For safety, we turned off all our cameras, but I turned on a hidden camera in my watch.
Hey, it wouldn't be James O'Keefe without a hidden camera. Boo, thank you for stopping by. You have a good one.
Let's not make too much noise because see how it rides up.
I think we have to eventually because when they cover their face, it's not a good time for me.
We were warned that Mexican officials who concealed their faces were prone to violence. They saw our cameras and told us to erase our footage.
Yes, we're about to see. That is not true. Because if you get caught, they still will, lay the law down on you. It's it's the fact that once you get over here, that American governments aren't going to do anything. But the Mexican National Guard and the cartel are not friends. I mean, they definitely have friends, but as an entity, they are not the same. Or they're not friends, rather. Shout out to Texas. Bjorn Wrong. Welcome to the party. So you can't run from FLIR, FLIR, and night vision goggles? Is that like is that a type of like, I don't know what that means. What's FLIR? Or FLIR. Welcome to the party.
We were warned that Mexican officials who concealed their faces were prone to violence. They saw our cameras and told us to erase our footage.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. That just because they, they're not the cartel doesn't mean that they're, on the up and up, and doesn't mean they're good. So 1 in the chat if you would run, if you get off the train and you would run. Put a 1 in the chat if you would run. Put a 2 in the chat if you're staying on the train and you're gonna hide, maybe bury yourself in some coal like James was doing, all of that stuff. Forward link, looking infrared. There we go. Okay. And Texas saying you can't run from that. Well, let's see. Shout out to TV Viewerski. He said, "Hell no, I am hiding."
We did.
Right. Go to the other side, to that corner. Carl's also hiding.
We heard people screaming in the distance. They grabbed me by the arm and pulled me towards a detention van.
You've been detained by immigration.
Eso es lo que estuvieron haciendo, no lo pueden hacer.
It's what I said to you. What did you do? You cannot do.
Porque para la otra
What you
vez
have is
vamos
illegal.
a asegurar y levantarles una alerta
Next
migratoria.
time we will lock them up and draw
para que
up an illegal. What did he say?
no van a pisar México durante 10 años.
What
Sí, porque para la otra vez sí los vamos a
you have is
asegurar
illegal. Because next time we will lock them up and draw up an immigration
una alerta
document.
migratoria para que no vuelvan a pisar México.
They'll not be able to
durante 10
step foot in Mexico for 10 years.
Se les pidió que
So remember, a lot of these people are not from Mexico. We saw that whole line. A lot of people from Guatemala, Senegal, all these other places, and they need to get to Mexico in order to cross the border. So 10 years and not being allowed in Mexico, according to Mexican immigration, probably makes things a bit more difficult.
muchas veces, por favor, please, sit down, okay?
The tone
Everybody's
suddenly
hiding.
changed.
I think I would hide too. I mean, like Texas is saying, where are you gonna run? Where are you gonna run? I mean, you could, if everybody runs at the same time, then I guess there's some aspect of, only some people are gonna get caught. They can't catch all of us, but like, damn.
It was the Mexican authorities who were now afraid that we had captured their behavior on camera.
No tenemos armas, no tenemos
No weapons, only got hands.
Pero lo más violento es que nos han
The ones who've treated the worst are the Venezuelans, says the Mexican immigration. Many of them come from prison. They have criminal records for homicide, kidnapping, and extortion. I guess they're just parroting Trump's talking points, right?
los antecedentes penales por homicidio, por secuestro, por extorsión. Nos aventan piedras sin
They
importar.
throw rocks at us. They punch us in the face.
Parte de ese operativo es
Actually, part of this operation was solicited by the U.S. government. Surprise, surprise. Carl said Mexican cops might just shoot you if you run. Yeah, I don't know what it's like over there, and their culture on social media is not the same. You're not going to get a hashtag. You're not going to get a hashtag if you get shot by Mexican immigration. I can promise you that.
Lo solicitó el gobierno de Estados Unidos por el flujo tan grande migratorio. De hecho, nos ha mandado recursos económicos.
Como dinero from Estados Unidos a México para
Money
inmigración.
from the U.S.
Por de
Mexican immigration.
se traducción camionetas, remolques,
Paying for transportation, trucks,
nuestros ojos, nuestros sueldos, nuestros
helping
viáticos,
salaries. That's the U.S. government helping Mexican immigration, who Texas is saying that a lot of Mexican cops are also on the cartel payroll, which, as I said before, even though the entities of the Mexican immigration services and the cartel are not friends, there's definitely a lot of corruption. Any film says, wait, can the United States draw up a document to keep people from stepping foot in it for 10 years? I think so. I'm pretty sure that's I don't know that the 10 years specifically, but I think it's pretty common where if you're, for whatever reason, you can't come back for a certain amount of time. Maybe it's not that long, but yeah, I think so.
alimentos, gran parte es auspiciado
Sponsored
financiado
or
por-
financed by the United States of America.
America and for Mexico. So you're going to have, you're
cracking down. They're cracking down right now.
But you saw the runners. There were runners. I think those people are going to hop back on the train. What do you think?
So they got off and they got back on.
Before we boarded the train, I befriended a boy and a man. We exchanged information and decided to keep in touch.
So did they run or did they hide?
We started to receive pictures and videos from other migrants and found out that many of the runners who hid themselves were in fact back on the train and headed north.
Wait.
Are these people criminals?
So apparently hiding is the way to go. Those who were hiding made it back onto the next train. Punchcast said basically taxpayers pay for it. Yup.
Are they escaping persecution? Are they victims or pawns of American policy? Are they the answer to the poem, "Bring me your teeming, huddled masses yearning to be free"?
Yes. Yes. That's the sad part, is that yes. And our system is not properly set up for these people. And thus it makes sense for them to do these things.
Are they dangerous people with liars in their midst?
Definitely. Or definitely some in their midst, meaning.
Are they all of these things? What I do know is the split-second decision of whether to hop off a freight train and hide in the bush can be the difference between being an American or beaten or killed by the Mexican authorities.
Carl said our country is going to be great or a war zone in less than a month. And I am crossing my fingers, hoping for the former. Guys, remember, polls and betting sites and all of that stuff, predicted.com, none of those can vote. Only you can vote. Carl said Mexican cops are pretty much all on the take. Even if that's the case, though, there's still the aspect of having to put on airs that, like, you can't just be like, yep, it was just, doing a deal with the cartel. There still has to be some level of subterfuge. That's all it really meant.
Is the split-second decision of whether to hop off a freight train and hide in the bush can be the difference between being an American or beaten or killed by the Mexican authorities. Even before we boarded the train, we were told the same.
So they're saying that immigration in Mexico is bad.
Even before we boarded the train, we were told the same.
Very bad. They take our money. They make us walk.
In Mexico City, we heard even worse.
How dare you?
Shots fired. Extorted money. RP. Immigration
I knew there was
RPs
a high
women.
probability we'd be kidnapped by the cartel.
Is that guy back there with his mother?
Let's play tourist.
I saw them as scared to death, and I was scared to death alongside of them.
I'm scared just fucking sitting
And yet,
here,
I
man.
felt a certain sense of peace and liberty in the absence of security and certainty.
Want to walk around this area to get some video? Yeah. Try to see if we can speak to some of those migrants.
For a brief time, I felt the happiness that comes along with being part of a close-knit community, where the only thing they have was to depend upon each other.
Football americano. Andiamo y catch. Somebody.
What a loser. Come on, man. He lobbed that to you. Just kidding. Hey, shout out to Funk Master General. Welcome to the party. Very, very, very good to see ya. Always said, despite my recent lifestyle upgrade, I will never ignore the demands of our one true overlord. If you know, you know. If you don't, you ain't in the club. Thank you, sir. Let's get Morty hit. Oh, sorry, buds. Oh, I just hit your head. But there you go. You got some crumbs on your nose, too. There you go. Say thank you to Funk Master General. Welcome to the party. And of course, sir, that makes you the new sponsor of the stream. Very, very, very much appreciated. Punchcat said he abused another country's laws to commit crime to get into another country, and you want to complain? Get the fuck out. I hear where you're coming from, but I don't think that it's unreasonable that if you are on this journey seeking, just giving the benefit of the doubt, if you're on this journey seeking safety, legitimate asylum, then I don't think you deserve to be beaten and extorted and RP. I think we can agree on that. I mean, there's certain level of experience that no matter what the circumstances are, I think it's okay to complain if you're getting beaten and raped. Just me. But I think no matter the circumstances, if you are actively getting raped and beaten and stolen money from, then I think it's okay that you don't really have a problem with it. What? So what does that matter? So again, the question. So you're raising the question. So if they're not seeking asylum, then it's okay if they get raped. Is that your contention? It's okay if government agencies are beating these people. That's okay because they're lying about their situation. Don't get me wrong. I'm not Biden. I'm not saying surge the border. I'm saying build a wall and fill it in with concrete and rebar. But let's keep our humanity here. These are human beings. Carl said she wrote it to raise money for the Statue of Liberty pedestal and put her poem on the pedestal. Oh, I missed that one. So Carl said the "Bring Me Your Tired Masses" quote is from The New Colossus, a poem by American feminist poet Emma Lazarus. It has nothing to do with America or liberty. She wrote to raise money for the Statue of Liberty. I mean, okay, but I mean, do you disagree with the core message? Why is that relevant? I don't understand how that plays into it. Plungecast said, "Why take the journey if you know this is happening? That's putting yourself in harm's way." I think, as you're about to see, they don't really understand the degree to which it is. So they don't know that it's happening. They know that stuff happens, but just the same way I'm saying that, like, yeah, I'm aware of stuff like hopping on the trains and all that. I'm aware of that stuff, but I've never experienced it. And if there was a question of, well, there's this risk, risk that I'm not perfectly familiarized with, but I see it as the only way to make a life for my family, then yeah, I'm definitely putting myself in harm's way. But that doesn't mean that it's okay that I'm getting raped and beaten. Do you disagree? So you're saying, again, if you disagree with me, you're saying if they are not seeking asylum, it is okay if they get raped and beaten. I disagree with that. There you go. And that used to be what it was, right?
There came a point where I was no longer a journalist. I was now a participant. Some things can't be read in a book or...
Okay, so again, the question is, if they are not seeking asylum and they are lying about seeking asylum, is it okay for them to be raped and beaten? Yes or no?
Newspaper or merely witnessed. They must instead be lived.
Not my question. My question is about the justification for being raped and beaten. So until you answer my... Okay, there we go. There we go. So what does asylum or not asylum have to do, and whether it's a legal process or is about finance, what does it have to do with the fact that she's complaining about being beaten and raped? That's what she was complaining about. Now, sure, if we're talking about the people who are getting bussed around and flown around and staying in hotels, complaining that the air conditioning isn't, up to snuff, then I'm definitely on your side. Like, bitch, who the fuck you think you complain? Go back home then. But at no point do I think it's okay to be like, well, you should just shut up and take it because you put yourself in harm's way. And clearly you say you agree. So that was the point. We all agree. We all agree that, people lying for asylum is bad. That's obvious here. The other side of that is the fact that this is a real issue, and just demonizing people is not going to solve it. I don't think you want to know. TV Viewerski said this is what happens when currencies collapse. True. Plungecast said America is facilitating this knowingly. America facilitates this knowing. Well, yeah, they know it's happening. Yeah, again, I don't disagree with you. But what does that mean?
And as for the boy and the man who I walked with to the train, they rode the beast from Irapuato all the way to Chihuahua, Mexico.
Here's what, actually, let's do this, guys, because we're getting to a place where, lots more people are in the chat. And, since the beginning of this channel, I've tried to be very good with, just answering you guys and being engaged with the chat. And I don't want to put you guys on the spot just because you're sharing thoughts. So, I'm used to this being more of a conversation. So we're starting now. We're going to switch up a little bit. And if I'm not sure that you're directly talking to me or saying something that elicits more conversation or something, like if you were, if initially you had just said asylum is a legal process, from now on, I'm not going to pull that up because I agree with you. There's nothing to be said about that. I'm going to assume that you're just sharing your thoughts, because I don't want to put you guys on the spot just for, kind of throwing out a thought where I'm thinking that you're trying to make a bigger point. You know what I mean? But I feel like, if you say something and I don't pull it up, I feel like you guys are getting ignored. So I'm just putting that out there. A little bit of a switch up, so don't take it personally if you don't get pulled up. Oh my goodness! Shout out to a new true disciple. Where's my things? There we go. Of course, a treat. Let's double up on a treat for Morty. Not only signing up at the $2.99, but the $9.99 a month. Thank you so very, very, very much, sir. And that makes you the new co-sponsor of the stream. Hail Morty and hail Indie Film. Okay, so I'll try to keep in mind that you like it more, and sometimes other people are just going to be saying some stuff. So just work with me. I'm doing my best. But thank you, Indie Film.
And as for the boy and the man who I walked with to the train, they rode the beast from Irapuato all the way to Chihuahua, Mexico.
Chihuahua? I got one of those.
Video from them that showed they were 250 miles from El Paso. The last video I received from them showed they had reached a graded border wall alongside Ciudad Juarez, one of the most dangerous cities in the world, on the border of America.
Por ahí está cortado. Por ahí se ve que se va la gente.
To Texas. Shout out again to both of our co-sponsors. Thank you very, very much again, gentlemen. You guys support me so goddamn much. Oh, I gotta change this one. Sorry, Carl, you've been knocked out. I love you too, brother, but funk is the funk.
Whatever peace I felt was short-lived. Listening devices we planted showed not everybody going through had the best of intentions.
What?
When you don't have Border Patrol agents on the line and you have them in facilities processing migrants, well, guess what? They're not picking up gotaways who have backpacks on that are camouflaged. What do we think that they're bringing into the country? Illegal narcotics, of course.
They're going to see you as they're driving. They see you right there. They're right there. Get down. There's the car. Get the shot.
Yo, shout out to James O'Keefe. He's in the middle of the desert. The cartel is around. The Mexican immigration. Get the shot, bro. What do you think we're here for? Here's one, but it's cut. They tossed the gun down near the ladder. Smugglers saying, "Here comes the druggers." Put the drugs inside.
Let's talk about drugs. We can actually hear the voices of the smugglers. Get the drugs.
What we're told is that
that's what's happening in Arizona. That's what's happening in Texas. That's what's happening in California. That's happening all across the border. So, Carl, I am live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and other days whenever I feel like it. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to go live somewhere tomorrow evening. I've been gathering a bunch of stuff, and I figured out a new way to stream directly from my phone without having to get up and do anything. Super low effort, but it is still the great entertainment. So the other ones you never know, so make sure you are subscribed and you hit the bell so that you'll get notified, and join the Discord, because I always notify you guys in Discord. But the Monday, Wednesday, Friday is exactly when you will find me. And so Kelly lets them in with complimentary tranny surgery. Well, I mean, come on. If you're not from America, then you really need the push. You really need the push, because you don't understand. You haven't been in our schools. They just don't know any better. Carl said, if an American parent took their child on a journey like this, the Child Protective Services would step in and take the kid. It's child abuse and endangerment. Yeah. Absolutely agreed. But we, again, have to take into account the possible scenario that they're leaving from. Again, I'm not saying that we assume everybody is in immediate danger and needs asylum. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, given the circumstance, then, so like, for example, giving your kid only 5 Cheerios a day would be child abuse. But if you have zero food, let's go to a country where they don't have food stamps and shelters and churches and all that stuff. then finding 5 Cheerios to give to your child is a lot better than not. That's the lens that we need to be looking at this. Not just accepting that is the reality, accepting that is the perspective. I don't know. I'll do a poll about that. I don't know, because again, like next election, definitely we are going to do an extravaganza. But like, are you guys gonna be? I mean, I feel like you'll watch like Timcast and Crowder and all these other people. You gonna watch me for election night? I don't know. Punchcast, I was just thinking that. Why would you place your children in this situation? And again, it depends on what situation you're coming from. Yeah. I mean, come on. Let's not play stupid here. We don't have to pretend. We don't have to pretend that we want illegal immigration in order to understand why illegal immigrants come here. Let's not play stupid.
That all the drugs are smuggled through.
They weren't living great. They thought it would be easier. They thought it would be amazing when they got here, and Biden told them to come. Like, what are we talking about? That's why.
Talk about drugs. We can actually hear the voices of the smugglers. Get the drugs.
What's up? What we're told is that all the drugs are smuggled through ports of entry, that there's very few drugs smuggled in the middle of the desert.
Actually say that?
Yes.
While the first group was smuggling drugs through the Greated Hole, 2.5 hours later, the next group was smuggling people.
Make a line. Get in line. Run, bitch, run! Playing Jenny up in Forrest Gump. Run, bitch, run! Hey, Carl, thank you so much. Gifting a membership. Shout out to Jenny G. You are now a disciple. There you go. Of course, every donation come in with a treat for Morty. And Jenny, make sure you join the Discord because now you have full access, including the after party. Thank you very, very much, sir. Plungecast said they are paying criminals money to come so they aren't poor. Let's get to the what. Okay, so how much money do you think they're paying? Let's start there. Let's start there. How much money do you think they are paying? Shout out to Stephen Colbert. Geez, welcome to the party. Said both OMG and Project Veritas have produced secretly recorded undercover audio and video encounters. The recordings are often selectively edited to misrepresent the context of the conversations. O'Keefe served as chairman until he was fired from the organization in February 23. And what were the circumstances around that when all the people who had nothing to do with it and didn't like what he did ousted him out, and all of the, again, show me something that is edited. They show everything in full on the website. You probably only see the clips on TikTok or on Twitter or whatever, which is why you think they're edited, but they're full clips. They're full clips. If you actually go to the website, they are the full clips unedited. But sure, spread more misinformation. Carl said, these are mostly economic migrants lying on their asylum forms. Correct, sir. I'm sure they would never break the law by voting with their shiny new social security number. And again, which is why this is an issue that we need to properly understand. Any films set aside, I haven't watched Crowder since the shit went down with the Daily Wire, and I would definitely watch your show for the election, especially if you had a few members to discuss the drama. All right, I'll try to put it together. Will you be one of those people? Will you be one of those people? If you do it, if you and me, and we get whoever else, then I'm down. I'm down. All right, Carl, thank you so very, very much for hanging out. You have a good one, brother. All right, let's dive back in here.
With smuggling people.
So again, the question on the table is how much money do we think these people are paying to the coyotes?
Did they actually say that?
Yes.
While the first group was smuggling drugs through the Greated Hole, 2.5 hours later, the next group was smuggling people. The audio showed...
Goddamn right, you're ride or die. I do. I appreciate it. Thank you, brother. You are always here. 20K. Okay, so that's our first number. We got a 5K. All right. I'm starring those, and we'll come back.
We arrived just...
And I asked for a reason.
12 minutes after the migrants breached the hold.
I would appreciate an answer from Punchcast if you can when you get a chance, because this is you sparked this. But
on the wall, we spotted them in the distance, and we tried to catch up to them. Stop the car! Stop the car! Turn the camera on. Alfonso and his friend collapsed in exhaustion.
Hey,
come on, brother! You didn't do some pre-invasion workouts? You didn't play some? You didn't do some sprints? Come on! So Carl said 3,000 a person. Plunge says 7 to 10K. All right, so decent guesses. Let's see what comes up with the actual people on the ground.
Where are you going? Where are you going?
He says North Carolina.
North Carolina. How do you know you're going? How do you know you're going to North Carolina?
He's dying. Sí, señor.
Are you trying to get apprehended by Border Patrol?
Los quieres evitarnos, Diaz. No, he's trying to avoid Border Patrol.
Avoid them?
Yes.
Pues nada más voy a ver dónde me lleva el rumbo.
What do you say?
He's just going to see wherever how far he can get.
Él es Juárez, se llama Alfonso, tiene 23 años de edad.
So 23-year-old is just booking it, trying to see what he can do, avoiding Border Patrol.
¿Cómo cruzaste?
Thank you, Texas. This is where I was going. I'm sure that, people can get extorted to these crazy numbers, but what's listed here is nothing even close to that. And even if it was, they take all of the money they have. And so let's say on the high, let's say it was $10,000. Are you telling me that to save the existence of your family in a crunch, you couldn't do anything legal or illegal? Clearly, they're doing illegal shit. There's no way you could come up with 10 grand. There's no way you can come up with 10 grand to save your family.
Come on, man.
Alguien que había cortado para ustedes cruzar. Le dijeron que corrieran y que cruzaran por ese hueco.
They told us.
Alfonso.
How much did you have to pay, Alfonso? What? 15,000 or 1,500? Well, that must be some other currency.
Those guys are way up ahead. I'm sure.
$1,500. So I think that's on the low end. I've heard much higher numbers as well. But you're telling me, for the safety of your life and the life of your family, legally or illegally, you couldn't come up, let's call it $2,000, $5,000? Anyville said, I was under the impression that they had to pay upfront and work in the United States and repay what they owed, or their families would suffer the consequences. And again, it definitely can and does work like this in certain situations. The problem is that because it's, I don't know if unregulated is the right word, but ill-regulated, because it's ill-regulated and not very well regulated, then there's a wide range, and then there's just no oversight on the people. That's why they can do whatever they want to do. They can charge as much as they want to charge. So again, I am definitely sure that people have paid more than $1,500 to Kaido or whatever, and then definitely have been brought over and be like, oh, actually, it's 3 times as much, and you got to pay it off. I am not saying any of those things do not happen. I just want to highlight that a lot of money is not necessarily a hard thing if you're willing to just do whatever.
Sure, right?
Yeah, they're gone, but they're probably going to a vehicle.
You think so?
There's probably a pickup vehicle waiting for them. Bueno, te cuidas, hombre.
The gotaways stood up, dusted themselves off, and headed towards their pickup vehicle inland.
You're actually a pretty fast white boy, you know that?
You're a fast white boy.
While Alfonso and
he also didn't spend the entire night running through the desert, so...
His friend from Juarez managed to evade Border Patrol. Later that night, Gustavo from Brazil was begging to be apprehended.
We just had a guy who was vehemently trying to get away from Border Patrol.
We have a man from Brazil here who wants to be apprehended by the Border Patrol.
Wants to be apprehended.
No pase y no para nada.
I want to turn myself in, he
He
says.
would like to turn himself in.
2 Border Patrol agents just sitting right there, and the Portuguese dude was sitting right there, and they just didn't see. How did they not see a guy standing right there? Now we're going to walk over to the Border Patrol and see whether they will apprehend him. We don't know, but we're going to find out. There's a guy just standing here. I think he crossed illegally. You think what? I think he crossed illegally.
Oh, you want me to do something about it? And yeah, I don't. This is another one of those movies by having immigrant parents that the 70s, 80s, even early 90s movies I missed out on. But I get the context, and yeah, exactly. Look at this motherfucker. Look at this motherfucker.
We don't know, but we're gonna find out. There's a guy just standing here. I think he crossed illegally. You think what? I think he crossed illegally. He just walked right by you.
Okay.
I think he wants to be apprehended.
Yeah, I figured that.
So they're apprehending the man that walked right past them. We brought the man to them. That's the damnedest thing I've ever seen. He was just standing there like a statue.
I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. That was strange.
Yeah, what would Border Patrol do without a random guy in the middle of the desert bringing Brazilians to your car door?
So if you're trying to escape, you won't get caught. If you're trying to be detected, it's almost like you can't get caught. I wonder what Border Patrol agents would say about whether illegal immigrants should get caught.
Take your hidden camera, go up to that man.
The job pays well. It's frustrating now.
So now we're talking to a U.S. Border Patrol agent.
It used to be fun. It used to be able to do our jobs. It's harder now.
Oh, it used to be fun. It used to be fun. I like to have fun.
They seem very discouraged. People I spoke
I like
with.
that fun.
Have you seen that yourself?
Why don't you speak up about it?
There's really not much we can do or say.
You go to Border Patrol Academy.
There's not much we can do or say. Is that perhaps because the orders come from up on high? Just maybe.
You get into this line of work because you have a calling and you want to protect people and you want to protect the country.
We vent to our superiors vent up, but at the end of the day, we're just a bunch of pawns.
Over the last 3.5 years, they're being told to go sit in a Border Patrol station and simply process migrants. Fill out the paperwork as fast as you can and get them out of the door. And that is impacting morale that we've never seen before. And they're very upset about this.
We have no say. We have no voice. But I'll be honest with you, I have 5 years to go. You know, I just got
Hell yeah.
My sanities.
Hell yeah. Free chips. Free chips from my neighbor. Let's go. Oh, come on. Yeah.
They know what to do to secure that border.
That whole cat and mouse game. It's a game. You try.
It's a game. It's a game. Is it a game or is it real fucking life, dude?
Try today. I got you. Try tomorrow. I'll get you again. You try the next day. You didn't get me. You won that game. It's worth it. Stay here. Make that money. Don't get caught. Make that money.
As long as that money don't get caught. Am says, I understand why some of them come, but if you're an adult, I still think they should come legally. There's a reason why asylum has criteria, but they send children alone, and that's inexcusable. I agree. But again, we have to think, we have to be able, like, to the number of children. It does not make sense unless we think that by being from a different country, that you are stupid. Then the only reasonable assumption is that the horror stories about sex trafficking and all that stuff are not real. Either that, or you really are seeking asylum. Because if you're just an economic migrant and you understood the reality of the risk of what you're doing, then you're right. That would be inexcusable. So again, are we saying that all of these people are just irresponsible and dumb? Or is there something else going on? I would argue they don't understand how, exactly what it is. They understand that there is risk, but I don't know how you can understand what that risk is until you actually do it. Even says taxpayers speeding, illegal tint, loud exhaust, recording video in a public space. Cops are all over that shit. Yep. I don't even know what to say. It's such a perfect demonstration of the corruption. In film said perhaps children are being kidnapped and sent over to be trafficked. That is definitely the case. And I mean, not to say that parents aren't bringing their children or sending their children. That also is happening. But again, if for those parents, I would say that there's no way that they actually understand the real risk that they're sending their children into. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. What are you doing? Thank you.
I'll get you again. You try the next day. You didn't get me. You won that game. It's worth it. Stay here. Make that money. Don't get caught. Make that money.
Drop my MAGA hat. I'm trying to find a good place for the MAGA hat.
Don't get caught compromised his duty. And that led to a deeper question.
Duty.
Does sacrificing your value system and integrity in order to feed your family make you a bad person? Right next to him, Godaway snuck into concrete aqueducts, then escaped into storm drains and crawled out. They'd travel a few miles west into New Mexico to a series of caves that coyotes use to hide and smuggle people. We found those caves are growing deeper. Do not try this at home.
Do not.
Be careful, please.
Okay.
Border Patrol agents telling us to be very careful of this spot. It's Wild West out here. Has any journalist crawled in here before?
No, sir.
No one's ever been here before, so we have no idea what's going on.
I'm looking dangerous now. Yeah, feel looking anxious now.
Yeah.
Definitely need some knee pads to do this. Got some clothes in here. This is really, really tight up here, guys. You know, the air is very thick in here. It just smells like dirty laundry and just like death in here. They're right there. Look at this.
There we go. There we go.
This is crazy. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like this, bro.
So they must have been connecting two sides of this because that goes, holy smoke.
This is crazy. Am said, no, they're real. There's attempted abductions daily here now. In Arizona, the cartel uses children and babies as decoys. They leave them in the desert in one location while they smuggle in a different location. Jesus. And of course, like, again, like, that's something that makes perfect sense. But like, I never really thought about the details of that. I'm like, God damn it. God damn it. That's like the I think it was a movie, but it's definitely based on the reality that in Iraq and Afghanistan and stuff like that, that they would have the IUDs are, okay, the IEDs. And then they would start strapping them to children and having children wave down like US vehicles. And then it's an ambush, whether they actually have the child blow up or it's just they are using children for this stuff. And of course, we know about Israel and Palestine doing the same thing in different ways. It's wild. I also read about Kiki Camarena, and it makes sense. They want the border open so they can run Iran-Contra style operations. It's all on purpose. Yep. It even said funny how he can show us the aqueducts and caves that they're using to smuggle and hide, yet the Border Patrol doesn't know about them. I would guess that they know about them. They just, what do you mean? What? There's no tunnels. There's no aqueducts. There's no caves. I don't know what you're talking about. Definitely heartbreaking. Definitely against IUDs being placed in children. You know what I meant. You knew what I meant.
This is the real shit. Shit that make you feel shit. Look at this. Look at this.
We're in a cartel tunnel now, dog.
We're in a cartel tunnel.
Can you think about the situation of actually speaking out loud at a moment of realization? We're in a cartel tunnel. Wild. And so Border Patrol knows about them. In Arizona, they do. That's been a huge campaign presence of that fact. Well, hopefully they fucking do something about it. But it just, I was being kind of harsh on the border agent, but it is really, at the end of the day, a cat and mouse game. And it's sad. There's just so much. There's so much, and there's so many different angles, and there's so many different ways. There's just so much. And the first step is just acknowledging, yes, this is bad. Policies that were in order were based on emotion, and we can't do that anymore. Also, my best friend got taken out by an IED in Iraq. Joe Love, Dilly Joe Love. Carl goes on to say, I knew that dude since I was 5. He offered to drive for his company, and that was it. R.I.P., man. R.I.P. It's always the good ones, right? It's always the good ones. There's nothing to say. There's nothing to do, right? New Mexico. Again, we got a little map here. They're going from up on here and headed down to the border.
Right here.
What is that?
They're giving us the middle finger again. They're like, screw you.
Oh, I guess that's the cartel being like giving, like the laser notice that you like, hey, look out.
These hills do have eyes.
They're blocked out right there.
They're just standing there?
Yeah, they're gonna wait for us to leave and then let him come.
The whole thing's owned by the church. Diocese church.
The whole thing is owned by the church. The church.
These hills do have eyes.
They're blocked out right there.
They're just standing there?
Yeah, they're gonna wait for us to leave and then let him come.
The whole thing's owned by the church. Diocese church. Yeah, the diocese of El Paso.
The churches are in all this stuff. That's what I'm investigating.
Thankfully.
Mount Cristo Rey was one of the most beautiful places I had seen along the journey. I heard so much from so many about how churches and NGOs were involved in moving people around and financially benefiting from it. We also
So before we move on, I just ended our poll here. If you were in a war-torn country, would you risk it to illegally come to America for safety? And only by 10%. 55% of you said yes, and is not even but 44 said no. A pretty close split, and that really surprises me. That really surprises me. I would have expected I'm gonna get rid of this too. I think we're good. I don't think they're gonna copyright claim us. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say I bet at least 10% of you who said that you would not. If you were actually in that position, you would. Maybe I'm wrong. But that's why I said I'll stay in all business. Carl said, don't join the military for college money, folks. Bingo. Please don't. Yeah, you might never see it, and you might see what you don't want. Facts.
I heard so much from so many about how churches and NGOs were involved in moving people around and financially benefiting from it. We also heard the migration was moving westward from Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona to the border of California, about an hour east of San Diego, in a place called Yacumba.
And says that's true. And one of the main agencies is called Jewish Family Services Agency, Jewish Family Services or Agency or something like that. Okay.
Hundreds of immigrants were waiting to be processed by Border Patrol agents. They started campfires and had tags on the back of their bags labeled Department of Homeland Security.
How did they get these already? They're from...
Agreed. But I think that we also then all of the people who say, well, if Trump wins or Kamala wins, I'm leaving the country. None of those people ain't doing shit. Yeah. Oh, he does a whole thing on the NGOs. We get into it. So that's what they are looking at. These DHS, DHS, whichever one it is. These little tags. That's how you can tell you're dealing with a migrant.
They started campfires and had tags on the back of their bags labeled Department of Homeland Security.
DHS, yeah.
How did they get these already? They're from...
So they're already, they've just shown up there. They haven't done any paperwork. They haven't whatever. And so they're like, how do you have this already? Did the Border Patrol just give it to you? And he said, yes.
Oh, Border Patrol passed it out already.
Quick question. James O'Keefe, photojournalist. So you vet them once they get back to the station?
When they're out here as well. Before they load up into the bag.
Oh, before they load up, you put a tag on them?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. What questions did the Border Patrol ask you when they gave you those tags?
What? Damn it. If anybody didn't see that. So if you had to take a guess, what is the number one question? What is the number one question that you think they would, let's say they are only asking one question, and as long as you say the right words, you get your tag and you get your ticket into America. What question do you think they are asking these people? What question do you think is the make or break between getting that DHS tag and becoming somebody who is on track for asylum and all that stuff? What question would be enough? Let's say it's only one. What one question do you think they are asking? Anyway, said I'm old enough to remember when immigrants were processed at ports of entry, not random stretches of a desert. Well, I'm not. Am I? Well, I didn't know about it. As long as I've known about illegal immigration, it was always done in the desert. So Ann said, fear credibility. Do you fear for your life? It's definitely not, are you a U.S. citizen? I can guarantee you that's not the question. Let's get one more. One more. Am said, do you fear for your life? Anyone said, are you a United States citizen? Let's get one more. One more guess as to the question that is asked to these people who've just shown up in the middle of the desert and now have a tag, have been documented by the Department of Homeland Security. One more question. I believe in you guys. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you so hard. Hey, shout out to M169. A great question. Said, do you have any illnesses? And he said, do you want to seek asylum? And Carl with a good one. Are you voting for Kamala Harris? You're all wrong.
To the station.
When they're out here, before they load up into the van.
Oh, before they load up, you put a tag on.
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Oh, okay.
Ready?
Right. What
Ready?
questions did the Border Patrol ask you when they give you those tags?
No, preguntaron nada.
No, they didn't ask me.
No preguntas nada?
No.
No, they didn't ask me.
They just gave you the
Nomás
tags?
te dieron la ticket? Yeah.
They didn't ask you anything?
Nada.
No te preguntaron
Zilch.
nada? No.
Nil.
Nomás te dieron el text?
The Border Patrol just said they questioned.
Nope. No preguntas. That means questions, right? Either way, none of these things. None of these things. Do you fear for your life? Maybe. Are you an American citizen? Probably not, but we don't know. Do you have any illnesses? Do you want to seek asylum? That would at least be a logical question. That if we wanted to set up some quasi-system where you don't actually have to do anything, you just have to say the magic words, that would at least be the right question. Sure if the answer is, yeah, exactly. At least, if we were asking, do you want to seek asylum? And all they had to do was say, yeah, at least. There would be something, some type of measure. Zero. Nothing. Let's just process. Because in their minds, asking questions, holding up the process just means more crowds to deal with. That's it. Anyville said, I'm talking immigration. Ports of entry is legal. Attempting anywhere else is illegal, and you get detained and sent away. Bingo. I'm with that. And said, shit, do you have a reservation since they can check in through an app now? Maybe. Anyone said they should ask them if they're in the woods, would they rather be with a bear or a man? Any of them. Well, no, because here's what would happen. If we implemented that question, then the right answer would be the bear. According to Kamala, come on, man. Come on now. Nothing.
Yeah.
They didn't ask you anything?
No te preguntaron nada? No, nothing. Nomás te dieron el text?
The Border Patrol just said they questioned him.
Yeah, bring him over.
He just said that they are saying that they're not asked any questions when they're given those tags. Is that not true?
Who just said that?
These couple guys right here.
How would he know?
How would he know? I don't know. Did you ask him any questions? Was he asked any questions? Are you implying that because he speaks a different language, he doesn't understand when asked in that language what a question is? And they ask him, Hilton or Marriott? Are you eating the dogs or are you eating the cats? They're eating the dogs.
They're questioned, or they are questioned before they're given the tags?
Once they're loaded up.
Once they're loaded in the transport.
So after.
Yeah. And then they go to the station, and where do they go from there?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Gracias.
Where's he going?
No, Charlotte.
Charlotte. How do they know where they're going?
¿Cómo es que determinaste? Voy para allá. ¿Sí?
Is that a place you were assigned before
Es el lugar que te asignó antes de que cruzaras, ¿verdad?
So they were assigned to places to go. They were told, they were coached to say, I would like to go to Charlotte, Carolina. North, south, doesn't matter. Charlotte's good enough.
Gracias. ¿Tú dónde vienes? ¿A dónde vas?
From Peru, going to Idaho. From Peru, going to Idaho.
¿De dónde vienes?
Peru, going to San Fran.
As I walked through the line of immigrants, I began to wonder, How do they know where they're going? And who assigns them their location before they cross the border?
¿Tu nombre?
Pedro.
Pedro, ¿de dónde eres?
Ecuador.
Ecuador, ¿de dónde vamos?
Estados Unidos.
Estados Unidos, ¿dónde? ¿Sabes?
Carolina del Sur.
¿Qué?
Carolina del Sur.
¿Cómo sabes a dónde vas?
How do you know you're already going to South Carolina specifically?
Just then, the gesture made by Pedro told me his entire story.
I didn't catch this. Whoa, what? I did not catch this when I watched this before.
¿Cómo sabes a dónde vas? South Carolina, específico. ¿Dónde?
Just then,
that was like a that's pretty universal, right?
And the gesture made by Pedro told me his entire story. He was a commodity in this business on the border, indebted to those who brought him here.
Bingo. How much did it cost you to come here?
Okay, so now we have a different person in a different context with a much bigger operation. Let's see, I didn't unstart all those numbers, but I do remember for the most part what we were saying. We were going from 3 to up to 20K. So let's see, we had the other guy who was just walking around by himself said 1,500. How much has he spent up to this point?
Entire story. He was a commodity in this business on the border, indebted to those who brought him here.
How much did it cost you to come here?
¿Cuánto has gastado ya en llegar tú aquí?
Alrededor de hasta aquí como unos 6,000.
So a lot more, but still $6,000 is a lot of money. But if you had to uproot your entire life, let's say, because you are already an American, let's say it is 10, 15 grand. Are you telling me for the safety of your family, rules be damned, you're already deciding that the end goal is to break the law. So staying within the confines of the law is not necessary. That you couldn't find yourself 10 grand to save your family? Come on now. But yeah, some game of think fast. That's and again, from a human perspective, regardless of the reasons, does this seem like a bad dude? He doesn't seem like a bad person. Maybe he is. That's the issue, is that we don't know because we can't check. But I would argue that at least a plurality of these people are just people looking for a better life in the wrong way. And I am firm in the fact that it is the wrong way and you should not be allowed to do it. But if we back up and look at morality and not legality, are these immoral people? I mean, I don't think so. Unless they are immoral people. Unless they are raping, murdering, stealing, killing, gang banging, whatever it is. That's just my opinion. One of them said, okay, holy shit, does that mean the cartel is determining where people are going in the U.S.? Kind of. Could the cartels be conspiring with businesses in the U.S. To supply cheap labor? Absolutely. Supplies cheap labor, absolutely. But I'm going to come back to this. So I'm going to start this. We're going to come back to this. Because you are, it's worse.
How much did it cost you to come here?
¿Cuánto has gastado ya en llegar tú aquí?
Alrededor de hasta aquí como unos 6,000.
Who did you have to pay $6,000 to?
¿A dónde es que pagaste los $6,000 para haber llegado aquí?
Ecuador.
En Ecuador.
To whom?
¿A quién?
A un amigo.
To a friend.
Who did the friend work for?
¿Y
Who's
tu
his
amigo
friend?
es un agente de viajes?
Uh-huh.
Yes, his friend is a travel agent.
Travel agent.
Mm-hmm.
Name of the travel agency?
El nombre de la agencia de viajes?
No me acuerdo.
You don't remember.
I don't recall. I do not recall. Guys, if you could do me a huge favor, take the URL of this video or just hit the share button right there and blast this out everywhere, wherever you can. It doesn't even matter if you don't think anybody is going to click on the link. The fact that you are telling YouTube, hey, I want to share this out to other people does so very, very much. It's free. It's easy. It takes just 1 second and it would help me out so very much. Thank you.
Oh, no recuerdo. Convenient.
Gracias,
I do not recall.
Gracias.
That's why we use hidden cameras right there.
I knew there was no way to get these people to be fully honest without secretly recording them. Throughout the night, immigrants were moved from the camp. When we returned, a new group had assembled. Some people didn't look like they were traveling with the immigrants, so we used a hidden camera in a coffee cup to record them telling us about organ harvesting.
Shout out to the Project Veritas OMG style of investigative journalism that simply does not exist anymore. And again, no, there is not a deceptive editing. There is editing in the sense that they're not going to post the entire date on X. But yes, you can actually go see the entire videos if you do your own research instead of just looking at the clips you see on social media.
Se roban a los niños y esas cosas y a las mujeres.
Organs?
Ah, sí, hay esos reportes de eso también. Sí, sí.
Where are you from? No English. No English.
Organs. Hey, Nirvana said maybe conspire with the elites to sow social distrust. Could be. Definitely could be. And I think, as we're about to see, you're a lot more right than you would like to be. Carl said, I think this is fundamentally wrong because these people know they are taking something they are not supposed to. It's basically stealing citizenship. Again, I don't disagree, but I mean, again, just because something is legally wrong doesn't make it immoral. I am not running cover for people who are coming here with, nefarious purposes. Those people are fundamentally wrong because they are fundamentally immoral people. I don't think that just because you are willing to break the law for the benefit of your family, come on, we can go back to the fucking Aladdin thing. You're saying it's immoral to steal if you have nothing else to eat. That is the legit one-to-one equivalent of their story. I am agreeing with you that is not necessarily the truth of the matter. But I'm saying that you can't say that it's not the truth of the matter. And I'm already with you on the fact that, yeah, most of them is not, but you can't pick out one person and say, I know that you don't really need to be here. Okay, so then find the one as soon as you figure out the way to determine which one of those stories we can buy and which one they're not, then please go and sit down with Trump and figure it the fuck out. I don't think that's the issue. I also don't buy their story. That doesn't mean that they're already people who are existing in this country. There's no two ways about that.
Okay.
While we stood nearby, the Turkish men told each other to be careful what they say to us.
Don't talk to anybody. You should wear your
So we just
mask.
followed this bus filled with Turkish migrants.
That's what I'm saying, King. Can we just understand? We always rag on the lefties for making their opinions based on a caricature of what they think conservatives are. Now we're sitting here and judging these people that we don't even understand their culture and not agreeing, or rather agreeing that they are doing something that is not okay. Doing something that we must stop, doing something that is directly in conflict with our well-being. That doesn't mean any of the things that I've said cannot be true. I don't know how else to articulate it. I mean, it's we don't want to be in a cult. I thought we must remember people are people, especially if y'all are Christians. Where's the Christianity? Oh, well, they're from over there, so they don't get the grace of Jesus Christ. Okay. And again, I agree with you. Are you under the impression that I would disagree with this? Or do you think that I would agree with this and also agree with the thing that I'm saying? Do you think this is mutually exclusive from what I'm saying? They absolutely need asylum. And resources are finite. And I would much rather give those resources to homeless American vets before even other homeless Americans. Does that mean those other homeless Americans or those other people do not need asylum? Come on, man.
Söylüyorum, kimseyle muhatap olmayın. Şu maskelerinizi falan indirsenize, çok eşkal görüyorsunuz.
So we just followed this bus filled with Turkish migrants, and we pulled into this U.S. Customs and Border Patrol station in Boulevard, California. The bus went through that gate, trying to evade us. The Turkish migrants are currently being processed in this complex.
This is a very good scene that demonstrates, yes, there are bad people coming here. But they are bad because they're already bad people, and then they came here. They are not bad because they came here. They are wrong because they came here. They do not deserve to be here if they didn't come here properly. But morally speaking, simply trying to find a better life for yourself, even if you are not in the threat of death and legally needing asylum, I am not going to say that that is immoral. What the focus here is that it's the system that creates these incentives, and the system is the problem. You fix the system, and the problem people are no longer a problem. Also, I don't think it's I don't think the U.S. is obliged to help anyone. It's all stolen money, so at least give it back to the people they stole it from. But that's are you talking about taxes? Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know who you're arguing with. Like, you're saying a bunch of other things as if the fact that stolen taxes are stolen money means that all people are bad, or the fact that homeless veterans need asylum means that immigrants don't, or the fact that you don't buy their story, therefore they're bad people. Like, what are you saying, dude? So after this scene, you tell me who's worse. The guy we just talked to who didn't want to say that his friend was a travel agency. That guy or this guy?
California. The bus went through that gate trying to evade us. The Turkish migrants are currently being processed in this complex. I'm James O'Keefe, and I saw a bus filled with Turkish migrants enter your facility.
You can contact the PIO of San Diego sector if you'd like.
They're not going to be honest with me. They're just going to, parrot the government line.
That's the person you need to talk to, sir.
Can I talk to you?
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Hey, this is James O'Keefe again. What's your name again?
My name is Agent Cuba.
Cuba, like the country?
Cuba?
No.
How do I spell your last name?
CHUBA.
Chuba, Agent Chuba. Thank you.
Who are you?
I'm sorry?
There's a lot of asking who we are. Who are you?
Who am I?
You're a government agent. So that's your job to be identified. When a citizen asks you who the fuck you are, you answer.
Yes. My name is James O'Keefe.
An American citizen.
Okay, and who are you?
Who am I?
Who is a media outlet?
I don't know. That would have been such a... I'm a fucking American. That's who I am. I am the motherfucker who pays your goddamn salary. That's who I am.
There's a lot of asking who we are. Who are you?
Who am I? My name is James O'Keefe.
Okay, and who are you?
Who am I?
Who is a media outlet? Are you?
I'm an investigative reporter.
Okay, well then, like I said, you have to contact the PIO of San Diego sector.
Can you just confirm there's a bus filled with Turkish migrants that are in your facility right now? Hello?
Click.
Hold on a second. Most Border Patrol agents are really upset with their job. They're frustrated with what's going on, and they're not happy. Are you one of those people? I don't know if he hung up the phone again.
Should I do it again?
Next morning, we followed another bus from Yakima, heading further west towards the Brownfield Border Patrol station near San Diego, which was...
Now we're all the way into, I wouldn't have been able to point out to you on a map to you, but, we're all the way over at the coast. We're all the way over at the coast.
Recently expanded to handle the mass migration of illegal immigrants to California.
We're standing here outside the Brownfield Customs and Border Patrol station. It's from here that they have buses every hour or two come out of here with everyone on them, and they go all the way to the Iris parking lot in San Ysidro. Get that shot right there, Damaris Express.
We kept on seeing the logo
Damaris Express Inc.
For Damaris Express on the buses.
Is that it? That's where the bus is. So here you have the bus here.
Shout out to Damaris. Is that, are you involved? Damaris, are you involved?
Filled up with illegal immigrants on its way to San Ysidro. It's coming out of the facility. This is the bus right here. They're taking them to...
Just run, go, run, Boris, run!
So Damaris Express is what? That's the contractor that's been moving the migrants to Ramada Inn. It's the same contractors that are moving people from Yakima.
What's happening inside that facility?
You know what's happening?
You know what's happening. You know what's happening. That's the Democratic. That's the line for anything now. Oh, well, people know. All right, come on. You know what I mean. People who know me know what I'm really like. You know. You don't know. You know.
Migrants to Ramada Inn. It's the same contractors that are moving people from Yakima.
What's happening inside that facility?
You know what's happening.
Do you know what's happening inside that facility?
Yeah, everybody knows.
How much do they pay you?
More than you, bro.
More than me? That's what it's all about there. It's all about the money.
We paid a visit to the bus company, Damaris.
Sir, can you step out of the property, please?
How do you get the contract from the DHS?
The owner of Damaris is Javier Becerra.
How do you get the contracts from the federal government?
I mean, if they're government contracts, why would you be so cagey about how you got them? You're working for the government. Everything should be above board, right? It seems like you know that you're doing something wrong. It seems like you know you're doing something you shouldn't be doing.
Sir, can you step out of the property, please?
How do you get the contract from the DHS?
The owner of Damaris.
Again, like think about that. Like even Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, they have government contracts. Do you think they hide how they get that? I mean, what was that movie with Miles Teller and not Seth Rogen, the other fat one. What the hell is his name? Jonah Hill. And they were arms dealers, and it was right in the Bush administration. It was all that stuff. I think it was after Enron or something like that. I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention to stuff like that. But the contracts are just online, and the idea was that it's open for anybody, and whoever bids can get it. So why wouldn't you? Yeah, I just went online and I bid for it, unless you did something shady.
Is Javier Becerra.
How do you get the contracts from the federal government, DHS? How do you get those contracts?
Sir, can you step out of the property, please?
In fact, we specifically and explicitly stated, I agree with you. They're war dogs. There you go. Shout out to War Dogs. That was a great movie. A great movie. But yes, obviously, nobody thinks this asylum is a good idea.
Many of these buses filled with immigrants depart from Customs and Border Patrol stations.
Almost like a false
and eventually arrive at
dichotomy.
the parking lot for the Iris Avenue trolley station in San Ysidro. We went there and immediately saw an immigrant bus arriving. We noticed right away there were hundreds of immigrants everywhere.
All these people right here have been in detention already. They got released out of detention.
So they've been in detention. I'm trying to take the most humanist view I can here. When I say in detention outside of being immigrants, or just immigrant detention because of the fact that they crossed the border?
There was lots of activity in the parking lot, including representatives of NGOs giving instructions to the migrants.
Who brought it up?
NGO stands for non-governmental organization. But in addressing political and social issues, they receive money from the government.
So it's not the cartel, it's the U.S. government. Through these NGOs, that's who's deciding how these people, or where these people go and how they get there.
We encountered many different NGOs in the parking lot, all interacting with the immigrants. Those included Immigrant Defenders, Haitian Bridge Alliance, Otralato, Catholic Services,
baby.
Advancing Justice.
Advancing Justice. Hey, shout out to Liberty and Twitter. Welcome to the party. Any chance that you hate James O'Keefe? Because I'll take $200 to turn this off. Just kidding. Liberty Twitcher said detention because they crossed the border illegally without permission, briefly detained and then let go forever later to the Democrats. All right. Well, I do too. So I think we're in the. I think we're all good. Welcome to the party, sir. Everyone said yes, but how did that illegal at the border know he was going to South Carolina? So these people will have people down there at the border at those spots to give these people information. Now, again, it's all. There's not like one system for this stuff because it's not regulated. It's all illegal. But this is a big way.
Defenders, Haitian Bridge Alliance, Otralato, Catholic Services, Asian Americans,
doesn't mean they're not,
Advancing Justice, and the World Professional Association of Transgender Health.
I'm not going to say a goddamn thing. But you tell me what purpose the World Professional Association for Transgender Health has to do with illegal immigration. Oh, they're in the same cult.
Like clockwork, every single hour, dozens of illegal immigrants dropped off here by buses.
The NGOs lead a throng of immigrants onto the MTS trolley.
We take them from Iris all the way to Old Town. And once they go to Old Town, there's the free airport shuttle to the airport.
There's a free bus. We have a free shuttle.
Free! The only thing in America you get for free is joining the Discord server. Do I have it in there? Boom. Just drop the link in the chat for you. It's free. If you want to get something free and you are an American citizen, this is the only free shit you gonna get. Anyville said that's easy. The transes know how to suck money out of the government. Yup. Carl said maybe we can get the Clinton Global Initiative in to run this coalition and steal all their money. Maybe. That's a good idea. Let's give it a shot.
All the way to Old Town. And once they go to Old Town, there's the free airport shuttle to the airport.
There's a free bus. We have a free shuttle.
It's free.
It's free.
So your organization is
Immigrant Defenders or
Immigrant Defenders.
Connected with a legit attorney.
The hope is that they can at least get connected with a legit attorney wherever they're going. Do you help poor? Let's even use your inner city black, poor, oppressed, white supremacist laden people. Do they get connected with a legit attorney? No? Oh, okay.
Attorney wherever they're going.
These groups get large amounts of money.
Wait.
is
Immigrant Defenders or
the hope is that they can at least get connected with a legit attorney wherever they're going.
These groups.
So government grants $6.6 million with a $4 million in salaries. That's almost 2/3 of all of their money going to themselves.
Groups get large amounts of money.
Asian Americans advancing justice. $39 million. But hey, at least they're only using 10% of that money and pocketing
The
that.
more immigrants they represent, the more money.
$42 million. Over half of that at Catholic charities going into the pockets of people working there. One more.
They receive.
TheIndianJesus NGO has a nice ring to it. Well, if I ever decide to be a shady piece of shit that wants to steal money from anybody who will give it to me, then I will start that.
And the endless flow of money has created a vast infrastructure of legal NGOs that exploit the system.
This is Daniel Pierce, the World Professional Association for Transgender Health. There's a group of lawyers for the migrants. The group knows how to talk to the transport and the police chiefs. How do they know? How do they know?
Need attorneys to make things happen. Use the law in their favor.
This document inside one of the smaller Catholic charities located in Orange County, California,
Smaller ones,
reveals the Department of Homeland Security awarded $115,000 to that site alone. An internal general ledger shows from the same year, hundreds and in some cases thousands of dollars charged for immigration client fees. A 2024
I just real quick, just to kind of throw a jab. Find me the organization that is based or named unjustly around secularism, secular humanism, any of those things that are doing anything close to this bad. You can.
Internal financial report from the same Catholic charity reveals their immigration revenue was $750,000 for 2023. A Zoom call of the Board of Trustees of Catholic Charities of Orange County shows Executive Director Ellen Roy describing how the organization has drifted.
Bishop initially was on the board, and it was mainly Catholic. Well, it was all Catholic when it started, and over time, it's drifted away from those roots.
So it has drifted away from those roots. It's almost like there's corruption baked into it. Carl said the priest pedo scandal compromised the Catholic Church all the way. Now they just do as they're told. Remember that Carl said that. just do as they're told. They just do as they're told. I'm going to say it one more time because I want you to remember it when it comes back up. They just do as they're told. I was going to say they've been dirty all the way back to the Operation Gladio and doing business with the Nazis. Yup. No. That's not what I said. Based around secular, based around being secular. They're based around transits, based around being non-religious. So we're talking about something like Atheists for Liberty, American atheists, based on the fact that they are non-religious, not being religious, based on the fact that they are not religious. So they are, the WPATH has nothing to do with whether you're religious or not. You can have a Christian trans or an atheist trans or a furrian, what do they call it? Therian trans, whatever you want. That is not what WPATH is. Yes, they are a secular organization. That is not what I said. Based on being secular or based on secular, based on secular humanism. And maybe I'm wrong. I certainly haven't looked. But I challenge you. And I'll eat my words, but I don't think you can find one. I don't think you can find something that is based on being secular, based on not being religious, based on secular humanism, based on secular spirituality. None of those organizations are going to be anything like this. And again, if you find one, bring it up. And you know me. I will highlight it. And, hey, guys, I was wrong. I will do that. Shout out to King Nirvana. No question, no comment, just pure love of the game with the super chat. Thank you so very much. And I think I missed this one anyway. He says this is great content. It mostly is, but good job, Jesus and Am. Well, I'll take it. Thank you so very, very much, sir. All right, let's dive right back in.
Bishop.
So I don't think we're definitely not going to be able to finish this tonight. So I think when we get that's totally fine, dude. I'm not even going to pull that up because I don't even care. Hey, to Morty, he just got a treat. Whether it's a $50 super chat or $1, it's the same to him. And I'm not looking at your pockets. I'm not counting your pockets. The fact that you've done it is enough for me. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to finish this particular movie all in one spot. So when we kind of get near the end, you guys know about the 2.5 hour mark, but when we get there, we'll determine if you guys are interested enough. We could either do this as a members only. Maybe you do care, maybe you don't care, maybe you want something a little smaller, or we could use this, we could finish this on Wednesday. And then guess what, guys? Guess what? Am I Racist comes out on the Tucker Carlson Network on Monday. Next Monday, 1 week from today. Thank you to Am being amazing. Not only a member, not only a somebody who constantly is that not next Monday? That is next Monday, yeah. Not only somebody who's constantly in the chat, not only somebody who is constantly in the Discord, and a member of the community, a Jesus booster. She has also given us all of this good stuff. So so it's on the Daily Wire. Either way, next Monday, it's coming out. Let's do it. Thank you. So Carl said, isn't society itself a secular institution now? That's the real secular cult. I mean, we're getting there, but not quite yet. Hey, shout out to Funk Master General out sponsoring himself. So they give the Overlord 2. One from me and one from King. Your wish is my command. We have one from the Funk Master General and one from King Nirvana. Both of you guys, very, very, very important parts of this community. Thank you. And of course, out sponsoring your goddamn self once again. Thank you. So yeah, we'll go for a while. We'll see how far we get, and then I'll do a poll if you guys would rather me kind of just do a members only thing tomorrow and finish it up, or if you want me to pull this over to Wednesday, and we'll do that as well. But for now, let's dive back in.
A Zoom call of the Board of Trustees of Catholic Charities of Orange County shows Executive Director Ellen Roy describing how the
good. It's so good.
Organization has drifted.
Bishop initially was on the board, and it was mainly Catholic. Well, it was all Catholic when it started, and over time, it's drifted away from those roots.
Money goes to lobbyists and projects that they deem are important to the lobbyists.
Back on the trolley, the immigrants and I were dropped off at the Old Town Transit Center. Immigrants were led to the free bus to San Diego International Airport. I boarded the bus and spoke to the driver after the immigrants got off.
Isn't it a bus filled with illegal immigrants? I'm just wondering if it's true. I saw tags, Department of Homeland Security. Are they all illegal immigrants, migrants?
Oh, that's for sure. There is no way we are skipping that. There is no way we are skipping that. And I've been pretty good in terms of copyright with both Tucker Carlson Network and Daily Wire. So I assume it's gonna go down without an issue. But remember what we were just talking about: doing one's job, just doing your job.
I'm just wondering if it's true. I saw tags, Department of Homeland Security. Are they all illegal immigrants, migrants? Ma'am? Do you know? Do you know?
I'm just dropping them off. That's all I'm doing.
You know what that was?
I'm just dropping them off. That's all I'm doing.
I'm not going to answer anything. All I think I'm doing what my job wants me to do.
I'm just doing what my job wants me to do.
You work for?
I told you right there.
It says free. Nothing in life is free. Who paid you?
Why are you running up?
Because I saw a bunch of illegal immigrants from China. I don't touch you.
I am not going to.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I'm just doing my job. I kept hearing that. This time, I could see it. There was surrender in her eyes.
I'm doing what my job wants me to do.
As if she didn't think what she was doing was virtuous. And yet, there seemed to be an internal struggle between doing what people perceived as the morally right thing and pursuing their livelihood. I thought,
like the Nazis!
Thought to myself, maybe it's all just human nature. Maybe the powers that be know that.
Inside the airport, all of the immigrants just dropped off, just dumped in right here. You know,
Dumped.
You yourself, you don't. ¿Estés vous en danger o estés vous simplemente
Were you in danger, or were you just trying to find a better life?
I was in very great danger. I almost had my life taken away in my own country.
I generally don't believe people's stories, but they don't have scars like that.
Happens? Someone stabbed you? Why? I belong to the largest opposition political group in my country.
While some
not fear-mongering, just kind of tongue-in-cheek, making that is that the fate of MAGA? Tongue-in-cheek joke, but is that the fate of MAGA?
In my own country. What happens? Someone stabbed you? Why? I belong to the largest opposition political group in my country.
While some knew where they were going, others were completely stranded.
Yeah, right.
No tengo dinero ni boleta. Esto está aquí.
Let's grab these. So any film. So did she just say the OC Catholic Charities has been taken over by non-religious people? Yup. This definitely is insane. I was just following these orders. The Führer said to drive, so I drive on the road. They say over here you drive on the. Actually, in Germany they do drive on the right side, right? Anyway, yeah, right. I mean, you never know. That's the fucking point. That's the fucking point. That if there is a situation when we live in a country where let 100 guilty men go free so that one innocent man is not held in prison, if that is the culture of this country, then can we not at least extend a little bit of grace? At least conceptually? Conceptually. I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm just asking you to think a little bit differently. I'm not asking you to house any of these people. I'm not asking you to make any of this any better. I'm not asking you to fix any of this. I'm not asking you to do anything except think a little bit differently. And even that. And yet you want the issue solved. as if these people don't exist, as if we can just Thanos snap them out of existence. That is not going to be the solution. Call me a fucking liberal. I don't know what to tell you guys, but they're bad. It's a bad policy and they're bad. So I agree. Generally, I agree, but it's still a problem. Liberty Twitcher said, looks like he had an abdominal operation is passing off as being knifed. I gotta say this. I do not blame the illegals themselves. If I were in their situation, I'd take advantage of what the Democrats are offering me too. The vast majority of those illegals are good people. That is all I'm trying to say. That is all I'm trying to say. That at the same time, that scar could be complete, or that story rather. The scar wasn't bullshit, but the story could be complete bullshit. What does that mean? That he doesn't deserve to try to do something? Not deserve. That's the wrong word. Does that mean that it's so let's back that, because no, he doesn't deserve. Unfortunately, you don't deserve to get to come here. But is it unreasonable for you to want to? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. King Nirvana said, I do hope you opened at least one eye, Jesus. I feel you put things well into words. I try. Thank you, sir. Also, I didn't say they're bad. I said nobody said you said they were bad. I'm saying that they're not bad. I said the answer is a return ticket to origin of country. Agreed. But again, then you have to figure out what is their origin of country and how do we get them there? And do we pay for that? And all of that stuff. This is not the same people who are willing to bust these people around because they want them in our country. And that's a whole other thing. So if you feel that strongly about it, then what are you doing to make sure that we have the resources to get to vet these people and have enough agents and have enough paperwork and have enough whatever it is, whatever it takes? I don't know what it takes. I haven't looked into this, but you seem to be so strongly against this at such a visceral level, not just a political level where you need someone who you want somebody who's going to change the policy, but that it sounds like you should be down there doing something. What are you doing in my stream if you feel this strongly about it? Am said it's a problem and it's sad that they're willing to go to dire lengths, but that's the irony of compassion. There's never enough. We can't make our immigration policy based on international issues. I agree. And that is why as much as this has always been a problem, the degree to which it's has been a problem hasn't been nearly to this rate until the last 4 years. Look at the chart that saved Trump's life. There are ways to mitigate this without taking it on as it's our responsibility to make sure everybody gets where is best for them. I completely agree with that. It's not our responsibility. But when we have basic human values and then humans who don't belong here end up here, they are still humans deserving of those values. That is what makes us better. That is the reason we are better. That is the reason. I will say that again. That is the reason we are better. And if you don't think that we're better, then I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Fox says, the King, I worked with a dude from a country in South America. He was riddled with bullets and dog bites. Yikes. Carl said, your position is not clear. You keep asking us to be compassionate, but agreeing that they need to go back. It's almost like it's not black or white. It's almost like this entire time you've been trying to put it into good or bad. It's almost like it's more complex than that. Exactly, Carl. It's not clear. I don't know all of the answers. That is exactly the point. For you to think it is clear and not be able to tell me exactly where I'm not clear is exactly the point. So unless you can articulate to me what are the issues with my position because of the fact that the answers are clear and they are out there and I'm just ignorant to them, then you are also exactly as unclear as I am. Except I'm willing to admit that I don't really know. I'm just trying to look at this and understand what's really going on. Where you seem to have decided, oh, I know the answer. We just do this and we fix it. And if that's not what you're saying, then your position is not clear either. Yeah, basically what I was saying.
Others were completely stranded.
No tengo dinero ni boleta. Esto está aquí sin nada.
Okay, bro. Okay, dude. Any film said it's black and white, Carl. It's legal and not illegal. My maternal grandmother came from Italy legally. Again, this is what I mean. I'm going to assume that y'all are just talking. Okay. So this is not for me.
Oh my gosh. Y necesito ayuda. Y aquí el gobierno no ayuda nada.
The hopelessness and human suffering was to such a degree, there were times it often tested the faith of those documenting their journey.
Yeah, it's almost like even though you strongly disagree with the concept, you can understand that these are still people. Crazy.
¿Fe en Dios? Sí. Okay, qué bueno, porque yo no.
Based fucking
back to the Irish station parking lot, there were discussions of illegal parasitic activity.
And they're just kind of banning it to now currency exchange.
Currency exchange.
Like, oh, you want pesos to dollars, and since people are arriving, they're like, oh yeah, they're used to that. Is that even legal? It's all not legal.
Well, they don't say it, but San Diego's
no, it's not legal. That's the whole point.
In the fucking United States, almost as bad as Detroit and Baltimore.
Exactly, Imp. Exactly, Imp. And I am begging you not to take this the wrong way. I am begging you not to take this the wrong way. I promise you I have the fullest heart, and I mean this in the most positive way. But there are other issues where, Amp, you have no problems, and I'm not judging you for it. I'm just saying there's other issues where you have no problems being like, damn, I don't care. This is what it is. They are wrong. Boom. And we all agree. We all agree that immigration is a problem. But it's very clear that it is sad. That human stories are playing out here. That doesn't mean that because it's sad, that it's our responsibility to fix it. But just because it's not our responsibility doesn't mean it's not sad. I don't get what the confusion is.
Even there is one China guy here. What he does, he has Uber and he says 300. He buys them out, he Uber it, Uber 150. So he's broken 150 sitting over there.
We've had road volunteers who come and they have good intentions, but then they end up scamming people.
No. See, there's this word called nuance. Nuance. So you think it's either bad or good. And I'm saying there's a whole spectrum of shit in between, even if at the end of the day, when it comes to the policy that I agree on, I don't understand anything outside this one or that one, good one or bad one. If you only think that way, I can't help you. I can't help you. Any films said this has happened before. Immigrants of the 1800s thought the streets of America were paved with gold. Those during the gold rush flooded the West because they were told gold was everywhere. Stop telling the world they can come to America and get 74 virgins. Again, agreed. But to just give you the nuance, I agree with what indie film is saying. But if they have already been told that they can come to America and get 74 virgins, any number of virgins, then I don't blame them for, on a human level, wanting to do that. Is that confusing? I don't think so. I think it's pretty simple. It's sad, but just because it's sad doesn't mean we should break the rules.
He buys them out, he Uber it, Uber 150. So he's broken 150 sitting over there.
We've had road volunteers who come and they have good intentions, but then they end up scamming people. The ones that are kind of being sketched are the unregistered taxi drivers that are around.
You can even traffic people here. You can easily tell someone to get in a car and you're gone.
Yeah, or because people are so desperate to go anywhere, do something, or just get off the street. Yeah.
And you're telling me that, you're willing to say that, well, yeah, a man who's a predator would dress up as a woman and go into the bathroom and assault a girl, which, again, I absolutely agree is a possibility. But you're saying a man who already drives a taxi is not going to go to where a bunch of drifters are that nobody will ever know and anything. Okay, dude.
They'll say yes to anybody. They're just like a very illegal taxi driver business.
3 brave Mandarin-speaking citizen journalists volunteered to document the journey of the Chinese immigrants.
I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you for doing this. But I told my staff the same thing. I said, it's not just about me, it's about who I surround myself with, okay? Mm-hmm. And they, whoever they is, don't want us to be successful today. But we're going to be successful. You got to just pay close attention to who's involved in this. Because they want to stop you from going out there today. They want to stop you from your mission. And you cannot let them stop you. You cannot let them stop you.
The illicit...
Hell yeah! What a prep! What a prep talk from James O'Keefe.
Drivers kept offering a ride to Monterey Park, a location in Los Angeles. We had no idea what we'd find there.
80 bucks. 80 bucks a person?
We paid the man to drive us 2 hours north to the City of Angels to find out.
Okay, I mean, that's reasonable.
Slow down. There's the vehicle. They're ready to go. They're in the back. They're jammed in the back of that car.
They drive away from Iris or to the intersection with them.
Am says, hey, I'm a tough love kind of girl. It doesn't mean I don't have a heart. Quite contrary, but I can't deny my logic and intellect. I'm also an international risk, so and I don't know what that means. So that's always my focus. Risk. Yeah, I applaud you for it. I applaud you for it because I don't think that there's enough people, and you know, I could make it a gender thing, but it doesn't need to be. I don't think there's enough people who have the balls to express themselves in the unfiltered way because they know that people aren't going to like it, and people care more about being liked than they care about the truth. Too often. Too often. And so even if, maybe I disagree with some of the things that Am says. Maybe I think that some of the things Am said, I'm like, hey, yeah, whoa. I appreciate that I'm not Am. Am is Am, and Am is gonna be Am. Hey, shout out to Indyville with another 5 gifted memberships. Oh my goodness. Thank you so very, very much. Of course, a treat for Morty. And guys, shout out to Snowflakes Nightmare, Brian Turner, Water Eyes, Brother JP, Michael Cover. You guys are now members of the Indian Jesus Discord server as long as you click that link. It is free to join. And now that you are a member, you get full access for free. So make sure you join. We also got Mike W in the building. Welcome to the party. Said truth matters. Indeed, it does. Indeed. You like that, huh? Bungmaster said if those Chinese people aren't spies, he just sold them out. Well, I mean, technically, he made them spies, but maybe they double-crossed, and they were already spies. And like, if we get in with James O'Keefe, then we can see what James O'Keefe is really doing. I lost it in my own head. I don't even know. King said, I'm not simping. I'm genuinely happy to see Am has empathy on this. Maybe I wasn't expecting it. I'm going to be honest. Me neither. I'm going to be honest. Me neither. That's my bias, but I'm sure I have a point somewhere. And I'm right there with you. That's why I highlighted it, because, and again, I'm not trying to throw shade and whatever, but there's other situations where I've heard what Am has to say, and I just disagree, and I think it's a little too far. That's totally okay. I'm not the arbiter of what is right and wrong, but in my personal opinion, I'm just like, but she's gonna be honest. And showing that is just further proof that I'm not some, just liberal whatever, that there's a real story here. There are real humans. There are real people. There are real women. There are real children. We all know that men don't mean shit in this world. But there are women and children who are going through this and being like, yes, they should stay home. They should stay home. They should stay the fuck home. But what did Biden say? There's a reason. There's a reason. Biden promised. He promised a better life for them. You're goddamn right. She is hardcore, and I think that is okay. Dilly. Shout out to Am. We love our Am. All right, I'm back in here.
Slow down. There's the vehicle. They're ready to
Ding
go.
dong.
They're jammed in the back of that car.
Can you take me to the? Take me to California.
We're headed to Monterey Park. There's the car right there. We're in hot pursuit.
I was nervous they were trapped inside an illicit taxi on the 5 freeway with a driver who told them he didn't have a driver's license.
That's not good. No, that's not
then,
good. Oh, we have a flat tire. It's just some spiritual attacks. Everything gets in your way. How about a rental? Is there a rental around here?
They got a flat tire. Am said my mom is a legal immigrant. I said, shit, me too. Am says she's the hardest worker I've ever seen. She has no education and has given me more valuable things than my American dad ever has. But she has options because she's legal. Dilly. Yeah, I mean, I think we forget. Especially lately, how many of us who are not on the woke side, which is what it is. It's the woke versus the non-woke. We're a little bit post-woke, but that's still the separation. There's a lot of us who are on the not woke side that aren't necessarily, the all-American, button-up fucking 7th-generation Americans. That's not what the Republican Party is going to be after in another month. Hopefully, this is the end of the GOP. And the new right is coming through.
It's like the DMV.
So we're filming for a documentary. We're on an assignment and we get a flat tire at the worst possible moment. Can't make it up. Can you make me a promise? If something happens to me, can you make sure this movie gets made? If I'm incapacitated, injured, comatose, or dead, you have to ensure this thing gets out. It will. Okay?
We were led to
a
job placement company for Chinese.
Ching Pao Town.
Going into the
Kung Pao.
We're going to ask about what we're seeing here.
啊，你找工作是吧？
金榜金火
啊！你们都是在找什么样的工？
现在来的不是时候，我操，好多人都回去了。
都回去了？是啊。
There are no jobs. There are jobs. The price is too
We
low.
sat down with the owner of the agency.
Okay. So sit right here.
Okay, so notice James' chest. I'm gonna put that out there. Notice James' chest. Anyway, said, how do they not have a spare tire that they can replace? Come on. I mean, I assume it's a rental car, and maybe the rental. I mean, it's a good question. I don't know, but these new cars and the fucking. That is a good question. They didn't have a spare tire. I think maybe they don't want to be riding on the spare if they gotta, dip the fuck out. Good catch. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Did they get any money from the government or the city or the state?
God damn it. Every time I put one of these fucking things up.
Yeah. Okay. Did they get any money from the government or the city or the state?
We help them find jobs for a fee.
So it's not by government, but he pays. They pay $60 fee, and then they help them to look for jobs.
The migrants pay them. Yeah. No, the migrants have all told me that they can't find any jobs.
There's more.
I 1000% believe you. I 1000% believe you. And one of these days, I'm gonna break through, and I'm gonna see that mushy gushy side. I'm gonna see it. I believe it.
More and more people are crossing the border, and then there are few of the people who started TikTok, Chinese TikTok, and then they're teaching people how to cross the border illegally, and then so all of them.
Oh yeah, if only we have the Chinese TikTok in America.
Rush into America, and now there's less and less job opportunity.
Really?
Yeah.
So again, we come back to the question: how do they know it's online? It's online. It's just out there. It's just out there. If you say these magic words, or in Chinese, you say these magic words.
So he said Biden promised, but we didn't find anything.
Biden promised?
总统的时候，他在选举的时候不是承诺吗？解决美国的就业问题、通货膨胀，
Biden said this in America?
Yeah. So he saw it on TV.
Where did he see it on TV?
Where did you see it on TV? I don't know. On every fucking news station. So in case you missed it, because they're about to play that, Biden didn't give. He said
promised, but we don't confirm
Biden
anything.
promised. Biden promised. Biden promised. But we couldn't find anything. We couldn't find anything. Why couldn't we find anything? Good one. Good one.
Biden promised?
The election. Didn't he promise during the election? Did he? He promised to solve the employment problem and inflation for the U.S. Well, we know he did that, but like, did he promise you a job?
Biden said this in America?
Yeah. So he saw it on TV.
Where did he see it on TV?
所以你是在电视看到的吗？
TV, cell phone, everywhere. What do you mean everywhere? Everywhere.
So you 油管是不是？就可以看啊。
Was it
YouTube,
YouTube,
He was here 4
online,
years ago.
I
TikTok.
would in fact make sure that we immediately surge to the border. All those people are seeking asylum.
Wait. What did he just say?
So he was here 4 years ago.
I would in fact make sure that we immediately surge to the border. All those people are seeking asylum.
Very interesting.
No way. Wait. Did he really?
People being
Real?
given
Oh
false
no. President Biden, the president right now, the president who promised to fix all this.
We immediately surge to the border. All those people are seeking asylum.
Very interesting conversations here. People being given false promises here in California. In the parking lot, I was surprised.
I said, shit, me too.
To see the owner had followed us.
So he wants to ask his kind of agency, can he get support from the government?
Can he?
So remember, I said, pay attention to his chest. What was on his chest before, right in this area, that is not there now.
In the parking lot, I was surprised to see the owner had followed us.
So he wants.
And I actually think this is this is poignant in if you're not paying attention, pay attention.
To ask his
Like King Nirvana is paying attention.
kind of agency, can he get support from the government?
Can he? He's asking me if he can get support from the government.
Yeah.
Like from the Biden administration.
Yeah.
He wants federal money.
Yeah.
Oh, so he wants money from the government. Why does he want that?
If we can get government subsidies, we won't have to charge them.
Just then I realized I forgot to put the word press on my vest.
They see a vest. And like, ooh, you have money for us, right? We don't come from here. You have money for us, right? Can we have money? Money, please. We have to find that. I cannot not play that right now. I cannot not play that right now. Ooh, Scott Kramer's got a new video. All right, cool. Parks and Rec money, please.
Daddy, someone set a fire in your car because you took too long, and I got bored.
Wait,
Oh, my bad. No problem.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. I'll just destroy this office.
I'm trying to break it up because everything has been copyright claimed.
Hey! Money, please. Money, please.
Immigrants be like,
Ben, give her some money. It's easy.
Money, please. Money, please. Money, please.
Ben, give her some money. It's easier.
oh my God. Am I wrong or am I right? Am I wrong or am I right? Money, please. And I love that scene that we just watched was actually a callback. This is the second time they used that. Oh, chef's kiss. I got to watch that again. Carl said there's a phenomenon of illegal immigrants who get here and immediately want the border closed. It's pretty funny. And you know what? It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Like, I'm trying to think of a good example, but think about like if you found a little shortcut. Okay, I don't know why this. I don't know. Don't ask me why this is the example that comes to mind. But imagine, are you any of you fishermen? Imagine you found a spot that's like, oh, this is the spot. Like, yo, whenever I come, you go 10 feet that way, you go 10 feet that way, you may ship it right here. Do you want to share that with other people? Or is that like, this is my secret spot? I don't know why that's the example. I've only been fishing like 2 or 3 times. I do want to go fishing again, but that's it. It is funny, but it makes a lot of sense. Treat Yourself 2011. Oh, I love that show. And so probably because they experience who's coming with them. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. She always makes me think of that. Treat yourself.
And he thought I was a federal agent.
Problem is, government gives so much money to all of these organizations.
So to them, they're like, you work for the federal government and you're penny pinching right now, motherfucker? Come on, I'm broke. That's hilarious.
On my vest, and he thought I was a federal agent.
Problem is, government gives so much money to all of these organizations, and it just fuels the crisis.
I don't know if the government provides funding or not. I'm just asking. This is like when you're the friend, or your boy is the plug, and you bring your friend over, and it's like, okay, I know he's the plug, but like we're hanging out as friends. This isn't a deal. Like, he'll smoke us out. Just fucking be chill. And then your friend goes and she's like, yo, I don't know if you got weed. Like, I don't know if you, I'm just saying I like weed. So if anybody wants to smoke, I'm just saying I'm down for it. I don't know if you got any or not. I'm just asking. I'm just saying. That's the vibes right now.
So much money to all of these organizations, and it just fuels the crisis. I didn't know I was a federal provider of funds, but welcome to the new America.
I mean, I might throw him a fucking 20. I'm just saying. I'm not a government agency. Throw him $20. Ain't gonna hurt. King Nirvana said, I call chicken parm, chicky parm. Bro, that is the best scene. Especially, it's a throwaway cutaway scene. Chicky parm. What's it? Oh my god! You better fucking join the after party tonight because I am pulling up that scene. I can't pull it up now. It's gonna get claimed. But the whole I call eggs pre-birds. The best scene in that entire show. Best scene. All right, moving on.
I didn't know I was a federal provider of funds, but welcome to the new America.
I call eggs pre-birds. Everyone said, plot twist, if you're a taxpayer, you are a federal provider of funds. Unfortunately true. Unfortunately.
Many of the people that were in the temp agency were living across the street in what appeared to be a stash house for some Chinese illegal immigrants.
A stash
Mandarin
house?
Citizen journalists were introduced to the boss of the complex and offered rooms for $15 a day.
I'm so glad Morty can't hear that.
We're going inside the Chinese stash house. And hello, is this where they have all the illegal immigrants?
他说在这里是不是有很多的非法的走线
Maybe.
我不知道。
I don't know.
Do the migrants live here?
他说你有知道哪一些就是非法移民住在这里吗？
我不知道。
I don't know.
People constantly saying, I don't know.
然后他们再包租出去给这
They rent it out to small landlords, but the real owner is someone else. Well, that's kind of how real estate works, right?
些小房东，但是真正的物业的业主是
Does she know about the migrants that come here? No.
没有，
Oh, nobody knows anything.
没有。
Nobody has any idea.
我
It's
们
really
是住家，你进来看看，我们是住家。
She said I'm not migrants. I live here. I'm a residential. You can come in to see.
Okay.
我们是住家。
I spoke to this nice lady up there. This woman up there invited me into her house, and she just grabbed me in, and she just said, "I come here. I want to show you."
She said welcome.
Hello. Oh, wants me to go meet with her. I think she was really eager to have me know.
So apparently there's a show called Chicky Parm. That's awesome. That's smart. What NBC show is that?
that she's a resident, that she's a citizen, and she's nothing wrong.
谢谢你非常热情。
What does she feel about all these illegal immigrants coming in?
Yeah.
没有，我一般的，我们家是走华门的。
People are scared.
What is she saying?
She said, "Don't tell them what I told you."
Keep it
If I tell you
DL.
some more about them, their immigration status, I will be killed.
You'll be killed. So much for free speech.
Killed.
What are you?
What's wrong? Okay, we have a situation here.
Now what we doing, bro? You feel me? God damn, now the problem. Oh my God.
Okay, so now, if we're talking about, hey, motherfucker, you're here, what you complaining about? Bitch, you in public in America, motherfucker. You don't want to be on camera, get the fuck out of my goddamn country. That pisses me off. That pisses me off, of course.
What's that?
Those people are good.
Can't I do my drugs in peace? No, motherfucker, you can't. Sorry, I can. Because guess what? This is my home. You can't. Because guess what? This is my home. Oh my God, bro.
What's that?
Those people are good.
Who's good?
They are good.
Do you live here?
I'm God.
I didn't say it. Ching chong bang 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 said it.
Chinese Jesus right here.
You know about the
Stealing my Brandon.
dropping off the illegal immigrants outside?
Man, you got drugs?
Do I have drugs?
Jesus Christ.
No.
I can't give you no answers.
Everyone's good. They're all good. 1 out of every 10 children get trafficked. What drugs do you need?
Okay, some heroin,
We got drugs coming through the border. Obviously, we have drugs coming through the border.
some helium, some Xanax.
Some helium. What? Helium. You know helium does nothing, but they use that like this, right? Do you mean like the fucking whippets? Because helium ain't gonna do it, homie. Shout out to Dylan Soup. Welcome to the party. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. We got a bunch of looks like Chinese nationals complaining that they are here illegally and have to be on camera, and the press doesn't have drugs.
Traffic. What drugs do you need?
Okay, some heroin,
We got drugs coming through the border. Obviously, we have drugs coming through the border.
some helium. Stupid. Some Xanax.
I mean, I like me some Xanax.
Why does she say that everything's good?
I understand. I read the newspaper.
Notice her covering her mouth.
Do you live here? I live everywhere. The earth is my home.
Which one you will vote? You will vote Trump?
Which one will I vote
You're
for?
goddamn right we're gonna vote Trump. With chink ass motherfuckers like that, you're goddamn right.
Who do you think
I'm Chinese, I'm allowed to say that.
I should vote
I
for?
will vote Trump.
Trump. Why?
I think he's better than Biden.
Yes.
Some surprises here in Monterey Park, California. A lot of people angry at.
Put a 1 in the chat if you expected what we've seen. Oh, hold on. Y'all motherfuckers gotta pay for that. Not you motherfuckers, but them motherfuckers gotta pay for that. Put a 1 in the chat if this is what you expected. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. That's what I thought.
Angry at Biden. It's really surprising.
Hi. Stop.
Whoa.
Hey, that's assault, bitch. That's assault.
Actual American.
Watch out.
Immigrants.
Well, I want to back this up because first we just had an assault. And now we got an American citizen.
Stop.
Whoa.
Go.
What are we gonna do for actual Americans?
Watch out.
Immigrants. We care about all these other issues. What are we gonna actually do for Americans?
Calling people come here. Wait, what? Just calling people
I
come here.
don't feel like I'm getting my full American experience, but
Yeah.
everyone else seems to be getting theirs.
Yup.
Why are you coming here?
What?
Who
Who are you?
I don't know why who come here.
I mean,
Are there illegal immigrants
I
here?
don't know nothing about illegal immigrants. I just know I'm from Tennessee, and shit, it took me a while to even get an apartment out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, we don't.
You're getting an apartment here.
No, just apartment.
Who is she?
I don't know anything, bro.
I'm a journalist, and we're investigating the flow of illegal immigrants. Everybody tells me they don't know.
I'm trying to get my first piece of the American pie.
I feel like everyone's afraid. Are you afraid of each other?
No.
Come on, come on. You gotta go.
Yo, I don't know what it is, and I shouldn't say this out. I can't say that. All right. Okay. In the after party, remind me when it came to this Chinese chick doing that whole thing. What I want to say right now, I cannot say it. I cannot say it. So when we get to the after party, be like, hey, what were you going to say? And why were you so triggered? Just ask me. I can't. We will not have a channel if I say that. Dylan said, I'm just asking questions. Why are you so mean and hostile? Unless you already saw this and expected exactly what it was, then I feel like you're talking shit. That's why. Carl said in China they call him grab hags, grabby grandmas. Did not know that. All right, learning about my own culture here. Anyway, said I would just say that I am so insulated from this stuff where I live now, but so concerned about it spreading here and concerned about the country.
Bingo.
Me too. I mean, when I was growing up, I lived in, the town I lived in had a pretty decent range. It was like, it was pretty, I mean, it covered pretty much the entire middle class. Like, there wasn't really like rich people. And there wasn't like super slums, ghettos, poor people. But I mean, the entirety of like lower middle class, not ghettos, but low income stuff, all the way up to like, okay, like mommy and daddy can pay for everything you have. And it definitely had the aspect of assimilation in the sense that by the time I was going to middle school, the town that I lived in that had that range, there was no middle school for the town next to us that was heavily Mexican immigrants. So when I went to middle school, as opposed to in my town, there was 4 different elementary schools, and then all of those got fed into the same middle school with the other town as well. So I grew up, growing up in elementary school, it was middle class, it was nice, it was great, it was whatever. And then now I'm in class with fucking gangbangers sitting next to a rich boy, all spoiled as shit. It was weird and interesting, but there was always an understanding. There was an understanding that things are supposed to be good. And if we're doing things that are not good, that's on us. And we choose to do that. I don't know if I'm explaining this very well, but it was nothing like what we're seeing here. There was a deference to being like, all right, yeah, we're fucking shit up, but let's try to keep it on the DL. Let's try to not disrupt other people. That kind of mentality. And I feel like that's just gone. It's just gone. And so my aunties are pretty abrasive, but they wouldn't do that shit. This is when racial slurs come to mind. Yep. Even so, my town is known as the town where you can leave your front door unlocked. Behind every one of those doors is a gun. Does that really count then? Does that really fucking count? I don't think that's that's what they meant when they said, "Oh, you can leave your doors unlocked because they're going to be good. I'm going to blast them." I don't think that's the sentiment, really. I don't know. I'm not from your state, so maybe I'm wrong. But I don't think that's the sentiment. Maybe I'm wrong. All right. We have just passed the 2.5 hour mark. We are definitely not going to be able to finish this. That is not an option. But If you would like to keep the party raging, you know how to do it.
I'm trying to get my first piece of the American pie.
I feel like everyone's afraid. Are you afraid of each other? Come on, come on. You gotta go. Okay, let's go.
No, maybe I'll
Let's
call.
go.
Now this is the kind of thing I like to see. Shout out to Denise. Welcome to the party. I get angry pretty often, so I'll take that as a very big compliment. Dilly to you. Welcome. And thank you for struggling. There you go. I forgot to dilute that. That is very strong. Welcome to the party, Denise. Dylan said, Dylan's advice, be scarier than your nightmares. Bro, I don't know what goes on, but it's literally 1 degree too hot and or 1 iota too little THC. Or 1 ounce, 1 milliliter, too little kratom. If I don't have that combination perfect, then the types of nightmares that I have, I don't get it. Why? It's always something around me being arrested, me having drugs, and me being and or me traveling with my family but getting lost, or some combination of that. I don't know what's scarier than my nightmares. Anyway, King Nirvana said here in Florida, in parts, doors are unlocked because the elderly simply forgets. Again, cool, but I don't think that's the sentiment that is behind that. All right, dive back in here.
Afraid. Are you afraid of each other? Come on.
I have lots. I mean, not lots, but very. I've had enough chocolate. It ain't like the heat without the weed. Oh man. We'll have a whole conversation about that. But yeah, damn.
You gotta go. Okay, let's go.
No, maybe I'll call police. Okay, maybe I'll call police.
That's fine.
Call police.
Maybe I'll call police.
All right.
It's not good.
You can see you've got some really stressed out
The police.
people. Everybody says they don't know anything. The culture of this place.
It's almost like they're lying.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Part 2. Unaccompanied children. Oh my god. Again, I was, making up the thumbnail and all this stuff while I was watching this, and I was watching this at 2x speed, so I don't remember it word for word. Yowza. Just this image. Just like, no words necessary. No words necessary. This is a haunting still of a video. It's a video. It's not some random still. It's not some
minor right here, guys. This is heartbreaking right here.
just some 9-year-old, 10-year-old, 8-year-old girl walking in the middle of the desert. I would be scared. I'm going to be 35 next month, and I would be scared. Sorry, I just needed a minute to process that. Like, holy shit. What am I lying? What am I lying about? Why are you lying? I don't know. Camouflage? What do we camouflage? Anyone said, I will say the culture of China probably makes those people think they shouldn't say anything. Yup. Anyone said, I would adopt that child in a heartbeat. They lying. Why you always lying? Yeah, that's the only way to make it in America as an illegal immigrant. Lie. And they'll give you whatever your heart desires. The people who live in this... Oh, no. You, the criminal alien. Right to the top. Right to the top. It's that alarming. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Carl said, I'm pretty sure that's a girl, but could be wrong. Don't want to assume genders here. Carl said he's 10, but being from South America, he might be an MS-13 member who's already killed people, then into your children's schools. Again, I'm going to guess not this one particularly, but point absolutely taken.
Véngase, mija. We got an unaccompanied minor right here, guys. This is heartbreaking right here. ¿Vienes sola, verdad?
Oh, sure you are.
Ahí viene tu mami, tu papá.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. How old do you guys think she is? Like, for real. Give me an age. How old do you think this girl is? I don't have children. I'm not around children, so I don't have a good gauge of like child is a child is a child. But like right click says 9. I feel like that. I feel like 12 is too old. But again, I'm genuinely asking you. I have no idea. I have no idea. But it's definitely somewhere between 7 and 12. It's somewhere.
¿Tu papi está en el cielo? ¿Y tu mami? ¿Con quién veniste?
I don't know. So the question was, are you here alone? No. I'm here with my mom and dad, which means whoever the fuck sent her, whoever the fuck she's looking back at down way miles and miles and miles and miles back here, who told her, oh yeah, we're coming. They said, just say that we're your mom or your dad. This is fucked. This is not okay, dude. This is not okay. I wish I had remembered this part so that I wasn't just like.
Ahí viene tu mami, tu papá.
Any film said 8 to 10.
¿Y tu mami? ¿Con quién viniste, mija? ¿Viniste sola? ¿Cuántos años tienes?
10 years old.
10 años. ¿De dónde vienes? ¿De Honduras? ¿Cuánto tiempo llevas viajando, mi reina? 5 días?
They're the unaccompanied.
That's as a shy kid. As a shy kid, I was. As a shy kid, I was always, I was shy. And when, that's a common question, how old are you? And that was a comfort to be able to just say, oh, I'm 5 or I'm 7 or that hit home a little too close. Well, indie film, who said that anybody let their child be in that situation? You're assuming that mom and dad really were right behind her. When way more likely the situation is mom and dad are in, what did you say? Guatemala? Are in Guatemala. Where is my daughter? I'm sure the police are on it. If your child is out of your sight, then this can absolutely happen. Maybe not exactly this because you're already here, but the concept of somebody taking your child and telling them as an authority figure, as an adult, and they are 10 years old, and they might have a weird feeling, but they are not even old enough to be able to understand that there are adults who will say bad things. In their mind, it might very well be adult says, you listen. I think we really need to step back from assuming that there's just human people subjecting children, their own children, to this. There's definitely people subjecting children to this. But their own children, let's until we know, let's not pretend we know what we don't know. Because I guarantee you, I would bet all the money that I have that her parents also were not willing to have her in that situation. Even if they sent her with a coyote, I'm sure they were like, oh yeah, it's safe. We're going to be with her the whole way. We're just going to pretend and act like she's our daughter, but da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Does that say anything about whether these people should be let in? Absolutely not. In fact, it speaks to exactly why they shouldn't. But that doesn't change the human aspect of the story. Am said, yeah, exactly. This is what I'm saying. Wanting a better life is great, but most children just want the parents. That's traumatizing and heartbreaking for baby. Damn. Now I'm like, I should adopt kids. Well, if you can. Since it's a Hispanic culture, there's very much respect for authority in the family. So even if we go again, let's say you're a coyote. You know, where's Guamtech? Always talking about the sales techniques, right? Going like, hey, listen, things aren't good here, and you're adults, so like you're not gonna be able to make it across the border. But here's the thing: if you already have a child in America, then that helps you out so much. Once she gets there, and we'll be there the whole way. We're just gonna drive right over. We have contacts. People at the Mexican immigration, and we even have a friend at U.S. Border Patrol. We're just going to go, and they're going to drive. You see what's happening on the news, right? You pay us $20,000. Not even, or no, we didn't even go that far. So you pay us, you pay us $7,000. Let's say $7,000. That's right in the middle of 5 and 10. We've gotten $1,500, and we've gotten $6,000. So let's say we $5,000. You pay us $5,000. We will safely get your child into America, and that will be your key to a better life for your entire family. You're telling me you're sure that that's not what led to this situation? Didn't think so. You're sure that that's not what happened to this girl from Honduras? You sure? You're sure? You're sure? You're sure? You're sure? Her parents know exactly where she is right now. Okay, if you think so.
¿De Honduras? ¿Cuánto tiempo llevas viajando, mi reina?
Yeah, Dylan, it's almost like I did a stream on it yesterday.
5 días?
There the unaccompanied minors are right behind me. ¿Cuántos años tiene?
Missed this one. Carl said, in the third world life, is incredibly cheap. You're projecting Western values onto their societies. A lot of those parents would sell children into slavery. It's a desperate life. And you're basing this on nothing.
¿Cuántos años tiene? 15.
Okay. So if they are facts, then where did you get them? Who told you that these values are not like maybe I'm stupid. Maybe you're right. Explain it to me. Who told you that? Okay, so the question was, who told you that? What is the basis for you saying this? That you are saying that I'm projecting onto, and that lots of parents would sell their children into slavery. I'm not arguing with you. I'm asking you justify the statement that you made that parents are willing to sell their children into slavery. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just asking you to explain this thing that you decided to say. Nobody was talking about that, and you decided to say that. Okay, fine. You know a lot of things that I don't know. So explain it.
¿14, 15 y 17? 17. ¿De dónde, México? Guatemala.
So, I mean, 17, almost legal, but still fucking children.
Extended La Vida just across the river.
Take it easy, King.
From where I'm standing right now, these little 12, 14, 16 years old.
No, nuh-uh. Come on, you're projecting Western values, bro. Obviously, their parents just sold them because it's like, whatevs, it's desperate, we need the money, let's go. Oh, fuck this little bitch. Fuck this little bitch, send her to the border. We rich, yay!
Little boys and little girls crawl through 2 miles of brush and thicket to get to this spot where they use homemade ladders like this to crawl up retaining walls, completely dehydrated, unaccompanied, where they get apprehended.
So Mood was here before and said that this, what we're seeing, is what Trump's wall was supposed to be. I didn't look into it. My understanding is that this is what already was there, and the idea for the wall was a concrete wall with rebar. Does anybody have one way or the other? Carl, I just warned him. Don't make me warn you. Come on. Attack ideas, not people. 2 wrongs don't make a right. And so that happens often in the Middle East, mainly to girls, but I don't know elsewhere. Yeah, Sharia law and Mexican culture are not the same. Like, no. Wasn't it? Who was it? Not just somebody who said about their culture. Oh, okay, that was Am. They're very much respect for authority of the family, but yeah, let's also sell our children into slavery for bones.
Right here. Are these unaccompanied children? Yes.
So yeah, if anybody has just I don't care to look it up. It's whatever. If this is the wall that was built under Trump, then clearly that was not his. That was all he was able to get. But my understanding is that this is this is what already existed. And what Trump wanted was across the entire thing, or maybe not the entire thing, but where there's not mountains and shit, where this shit is, a concrete wall with rebar. That's what I remember hearing, but I could be wrong. Michael says, in the favelas of Brazil, I never heard of even poor kids selling poor folks even selling kids. I said, shit, me neither. Maybe we just have some racism and like, oh, you think Americans are the only ones that care about their children. They're Mexicans, you know? I mean, Guadalajara, Mexico, they're going to get rid of those kids just for whatever.
Oh, they are. Yeah, huge fat. 12 years old, 14 years old, and 16 years old. ¿De dónde va? Nueva York?
New York. Going to Malden, Boston, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts? Massachusetts? Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, across the Rio Grande River, just a mile away in Reynosa, Mexico, locals revealed that when it comes to unaccompanied children, things are not always what they seem.
They're so young. How did they get here? They must be sold directly by their parents, right? There's no other explanation. They cling to other people from Honduras, from Panama, from Guatemala. So now we're back to this 10-year-old Honduran girl that, according to Carl, must have been sold by her parents.
Could you just walk us through?
I think I don't know how much more I can take of this for tonight. All right, we're at 2:52. We're gonna head to the 3-hour mark, and then I need a break. This is a lot heavier than I even remember. No, that's why I'm asking questions. But it seems like you're saying racist things. Yes. If you assume that because they're not Western and they're not American, that they're okay with selling their children into slavery, yeah, that's kind of racist. But I don't know if that's what you're thinking or what. I'm just kind of bringing your argument, that the words that you said, and playing out the logic of what you actually said. So if my argument is that you're racist based on what you said, it ain't my fault, baby boy.
Through the process of the child from the wall all the way to where they eventually go.
So the first step is they're actually lured by people who are trying to take advantage of them.
Yeah, Am wasn't comparing. I was making the comparison. Am saying I didn't compare them, just making 2 separate statements. Think about how kids were going missing during MK Ultra. It's asinine to think that other governments don't do the same or worse.
Bingo.
I didn't say that, by the way. It's like talking to Destiny. So I can't pull up the thing that you said, right? I can't do that. In third world life, is incredibly cheap. You are projecting Western values onto their societies. A lot of those parents would sell their children into slavery. Based on what? What is this claim based on? I have not yet said you are wrong. I said it seems racist, but maybe I'm wrong, and you have yet to convince me that I'm wrong and you're not racist for saying this. But please do. Instead of just, oh, well, I didn't say that, and I don't know, and I'm going to throw an ad hom while saying that you're strawmanning and gaslighting. Motherfucker, you said the words! You said the words! That's not what gaslighting means. In fact, this is gaslighting and strawmanning. Projection! It's not my fault if you say stupid shit. I am totally open to you clarifying your statements, because I often say things that you guys misinterpret and say, oh, well, that's not what I meant. What I actually meant was this. But you have yet to do that. All you're doing is complaining and throwing ad hominems and false fallacies that you are in the act committing. So again, you can tell me what it is that you did mean, like Michael's asking, but something tells me that you don't have anything, or that you're going to make something up. Look, I don't give a shit. You think I'm going to tell you, oh, you're racist, you can't be? I don't give a fuck, dude. You think whatever the fuck you want to think. You said it. It's not me. You know, said all humans have a strong instinctual bond to their children. Well, not in the third world, though. They tell the children. Wait. Okay. Do you think some of them cross the border saying that they are the parents? Yes. They tell the children, you have to say that I'm your dad. What terrible parents would allow their child to be kidnapped and told lies? Because if not, I'll leave you here. You'll starve to death. Terrible parents. Oh, the bestia. We remember that from the beginning. These people get the kids on board. And so that leads us to believe that there is a lot of people who are economic migrants who are lying about asylum, but are still human fucking beings who see children and decide to want to take care of them, despite being from the third world. And again, Carl, if I've got you wrong, please, I will stop the entire show to correct myself.
Do you guys have permission to be up here doing stuff?
Of the First Amendment.
Well, I mean, you can take pictures and stuff, but this is still private property.
This road right here.
Yes.
Oh,
it's private property.
Oh, I see.
As long as
So the next question is, okay, where does the private property end and where's public property begin? Because we got Zoom, baby. What are you trying to do? Do you want to come over here? What are we doing? All right, we got some defense from Am. Said, whoa, people. Carl is saying that some places are so bad that desperation would cause the parents to maybe do the unthinkable. Not blaming that, just stating that's one of the precursor, I assume. I would disagree. I don't think that's what he's saying. But again, I am totally open at this point and still to understand further if he would like to articulate. But he has chosen not to. So I'm going to go based on the words that he said.
The International Water Commission.
Oh.
And Border Patrol.
You saw some underage girls that were unaccompanied, and I guess they walked over here. Yeah.
I just got here, sir. So.
Yeah. Do those girls have permission to walk on this property?
Of course not.
Oh. We're just worried because
they were here, though.
1 out of 10 get raped or trafficked. That's what my concern.
It's our concern as well. So.
I know you're just trying to do your job. Yeah.
Especially when you have a little 3-year-old girl walk up to you.
3-year-old girl? By herself? Here? That must be hard to deal with, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
You know, I'm a father. I got 3 kids myself, and that stuff, it's not easy.
Last week I had a 3-year-old come up, and all he had was a paper sewed into his shirt, address and phone number wrong. As a parent, I don't like seeing that. It makes me get closer to my kids.
It's James O'Keefe.
Oh, okay. How you doing?
Good, good. Yeah, my buddy said there was an unaccompanied child that you guys just picked up.
Yeah, we got a few.
A few.
Like 3 that we had earlier.
Traffic?
Yeah, they're gone already.
Traffic children?
Yeah.
Unaccompanied children.
Paid to be brought.
What do you mean paid to be brought?
The family, they're going to Hades to get escorted all the way from Mexico, from their country.
So the U.S. Border Patrol said the family they're going to pays to get escorted all the way from Mexico, from their country, all the way over here. So that's all we were asking, bro. That's all we were saying. Okay, cool. And that, again, that very well may be the case, as we saw with the was it Alfonso in the desert with the 1500. Then we saw the dude with the travel agency friend who paid $6,000 and all that stuff. Then definitely there is the possibility, but to assume, despite this assumption, to assume that you see a child and that the most reasonable conclusion is that the parents sold them into slavery, in my humble opinion, as just one man who has no authority over anything, just my personal humble opinion, that is not a logical conclusion. Eddie said, private property, where on the border is there private property? It's all public property, quote, owned, quote, unquote, by the federal government. I don't know about that. So Adam says, I'd beg to differ. Not today. Some people, we're talking about so it's just any film before said all humans have a strong instinctual bond to their child. And if you're gonna say the exceptions, beg to differ. Not today. Some people breed children for nefarious reasons. If that were always true, parents wouldn't be murdering their children.
Come on, man.
That is not a pattern that you see with parents. That is a pattern you see with psychopaths who happen to have children. Parents do not breed children for nefarious reasons. People may do that, of course, but that is the exception to the rule.
Wow. How much did you pay the people to get you across?
Okay, 8,000. That's the highest we've gotten. Still under 10 grand.
How did you afford $8,000? Two unaccompanied minors have no idea where they're going.
We're going to take them to the processing center. We're going to follow these unaccompanied minors right now. Whatever you do not lose that Border Patrol hand.
They're starting to transport these kids to the Border Patrol processing center.
All right, guys. So I'm going to put a poll up if you would like. So how should we finish this? Members only tomorrow or full stream on Wednesday. Given most of you all who are here are members, I think that should be a fair thing, but if not, well, sign up for a membership.
They're blocking our shot. They're transferring the children from one truck to the van. Which van which are the children in?
On the left.
They're putting blinders on right now to stop us from seeing what's happening. And here we have the children that we interviewed.
That worked. I can't even see. What's happening here?
Pages in the back of a van.
Hurry up, hurry up.
We are now at 3:02:45 on the stream. I will give you to 3:05, and then we are ending the poll. So vote if you care.
Don't lose that van, man. This Border Patrol agent right in front of us trying to block our shot.
Are we recording this guy driving in the middle?
We're doing it.
So Ann said, Lutch, my mom is from the third world. Her mom abandoned her and her 5 siblings, which is why my mom stopped school at 9 years old. She wasn't sold, but she wasn't wanted. Okay, very fair. But I would argue there is a monumental, universal difference between not being wanted and being sold directly into slavery. I'm sorry, but if you're not willing to make a distinction between not wanted and directly sold into slavery, then we have to. That's another conversation that we have to have to figure out the impact of those things. I'm willing to say, okay, I guess Carl used the wrong words and you articulated it better and that's what he meant, and he said that's accurate. So I'm willing to accept that. I'm not here to be like, oh no, I bet you are a racist. I don't care. And that's not great. And with my modern Western values, yeah, that is something that would be unthinkable. But I still think it's very different than selling your child into slavery. Anyway, said member here who said Wednesday because I think it is good information for members and non-members. All right, well, it's 50-50 right now. We only got 4 votes and we got 8 people here. So it's up to y'all. It's up to y'all. Right click said, I mean, we live in a first world country where parents will sterilize and mutilate their kids based on their politics. So why is it any different? Because they don't think that they're doing something bad. They think that is good. If they thought the way that we did about that, then they wouldn't be doing it. How many conservative parents how many Trump supporting parents do you see doing this? None, because they see that it is bad. So unless you can make an argument for why a third world parent would think that it is morally beneficial to sell their child into slavery, then this is not applicable. 60-40, members only tomorrow. All right. So, your butt is right in my face. Look at your butthole on the stream, bro. Your butthole is on the stream. Thank you. So I think we'll definitely we'll definitely talk about it on Wednesday. But I do want to make sure that we can cover as many things as possible. So what I will do is we'll do a members only stream, but like in the old days, it'll be members only chat. So everybody can see it while it's live. If you are not a member, make sure you either are subscribed and hit the bell, you're on their Discord, some way to find out. Because if you are not a member, you will still be able to see the rest of this. But you have to be there live. Members, if you're there, you're not there, you can see it whenever. So that is the game plan. What is even my schedule tomorrow? Before I make any promises. Before I make any fucking promises. Let's double check. Tomorrow is Tuesday. 6 to 7 p.m. Jesus Christ. All right. So we're talking about pretty average time, 8 p.m. ish Eastern. But so that is the plan. I do agree with you, Indie Film, but that is why I will keep it open for everybody while it is live. Only members will be able to chat, but you can still be here. Right click said, did we get that? Carlson, I'm not offended. I've been called racist many times. I mean, I have to, again, and sexist. I mean, I have too, but I personally want to be accurate. And that's why when you say things, I articulate how it sounds to me, and then it's up to you to be like, no, you dumbass. Totally fine. I ask you guys not to attack each other, but hey, if somebody's on screen, you can say whatever the fuck you want. Whether it's about me, whether it's about somebody in the video, I don't give a fuck. Just don't attack each other. You just say, no, you fucking dumbass. That's not what the fuck I meant. I fucking said, are you stupid? This is what I meant. I'm like, okay, my bad. Have you not seen me do that before? So it's about communication. I'm not a mind reader. And you are also not speaking. I'm not seeing your face. I'm not hearing your tone of voice. I am reading words on a screen while you are able to see my face. You're able to hear my voice. So let's please give me the grace of keeping that in mind, that you guys know me 1,000 times better than I know you. Right click said, I'm saying first world versus third world doesn't seem to matter. Humans are depraved monsters. True. But again, the difference is that the trans parents, the parents trans and their kids, would have to already understand that they're doing something as bad as selling their children into slavery for the analogy to fit. And it doesn't, because they think they're doing a good thing. They think they're doing good things. So again, unless you can give me a mode of thinking for a third world parent to think that selling their child into slavery is actually beneficial to that child, which again, maybe you can. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying, based on what I'm reading at this very moment, that doesn't fly. And said, if it weren't for my mom, they wouldn't have separated. They wouldn't have They? Who's they? If it weren't for my mom, they would have been separated. Who? They, meaning your siblings, her siblings rather. They would have been separated. And who knows where they would go? In the third world, that's a very scary proposition. Can you hear me? Oh, and we're back. Okay. Yeah, I agreed. I definitely not making any. I mean, my parents are from Jamaica. I don't know about Trinidad, but Jamaica, where my mom grew up, is definitely the third world at the time. Actually, it might still be. I don't know, but maybe not third world, but war torn and all that stuff. Anybody said, what's the link to Morty's OnlyFans? Asking for a friend. It's www.youtube.com/@TheIndianJesus official/join. That is the site. No, actually, it's, bro, we were out of peanut butter, right? So I ordered more peanut butter because I need them for my shakes. And there was one that was like, it was like $3 from like, a local, I don't know, somewhere, wherever. And I'm like, oh, bet, because usually I get the 2-pack of the big things and it's like $15 or whatever. So on Amazon, I'm like, I need my peanut butter. I think it was like $2 or something like that. And of course, it's like, oh, actually, that's not going to be here till Thursday. God damn it. And I just placed a fucking Walmart order for my Swiss cheese and grapes, and I didn't even think about the peanut butter. By the time I thought about it, it was too late. So I've 1, 2, 3, 4 empty, untouched peanut butter jars there waiting for Morty, and 2 upstairs that he's already gotten into. But Jesus Christ, I don't want to bite. All right, dude, am I the only one that has no idea what OF actually is? Is it an app or a website? It is. I mean, I guess I would assume there's a way to, I would assume that there's a site, but I think similar to like Discord, I would put it in the same category technical wise, not in function wise, but in terms of what it actually is, I would put it in the same category as Discord, where like Discord's an app, but you can also, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure. Wait. You didn't know that it was that? I thought you didn't know, I thought you were asking, is it just an app or is it, you didn't know what? Okay, well, yeah, there you go. True. Funkmaster General said Goths traded their children to the Romans for dog meat. Desperate people using their children as currency is nothing new. Okay, if you say so. And so my ex told me you could make money on OF by just talking, and I never knew what it was, but he sure did. Yup. There's that is the class of man. 2024, that is the way to, if you're a woman, that should be your first question. Maybe not directly, but finding out, have they ever paid for anything regarding online content? Now, I have no problem with the hub, but it's free. Different game. Anyway, thank you so very, very much for hanging out with me, guys. I really, like any film said, this is a very, very important topic, and I'm glad that we got to cover a little bit of this. Hopefully, we didn't even crack 70 views here, so as much as you guys are enjoying it, not doing great for the channel, but I am here for you. Shout out to Entertainment 720. Shout out to the after party, which is where we will begin. But before we head out, let's thank all of the donations. We started off with Carl's Frosted Tips. We had Indie Film joining up at the True Disciple level. We had Carl had a gifted member, or a gift in a membership. We had our boy King Nirvana and Indie Film with another 5 gifted memberships, putting him in the co-sponsor spot with our boy, Funk Messer General. Thank you so very, very much, guys. I really, really, really do appreciate it. She's like, I've never seen it. I've never seen it either. So I mean, I'm very aware of what it is, but I've never seen it. That's why it's funny. So if you saw the stream that I did yesterday, where I realized that like through StreamYard, there's no way for me to just be like, if I wanted to, like go on Twitter or go on TikTok and just like stream what's on my phone. There's no way to do that very easily. I would have to use a computer. But I realized the native, just regular YouTube thing has a screen share feature. And it's so funny to me that it's so funny to me that I lost my train of thought. Oh, it's so funny to me that there's some people who just would not be able to do that kind of streaming between, like their, what's in their Google history, whatever might come up. I'm just happy that, I don't have to worry about those things. I left King out. I did leave King out. That was on behalf of King. Let's give him a dilly dilly. Shout out to King Nirvana, a pillar of the community, and very, very, very much appreciated. Thank you so very, very much, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you will join me in the after party because I got some stuff to say and I would love to hear what you guys have to say. So thank you once again, guys. Oh, I just turned around. I saw the hat on top of the new. I've had this heater, but it was over there. And tonight I wasn't sure if I was going to need it. So I was like, all right, let me plug it in and pull it over here. I looked over and I was like, has that been on the whole time? But it's just the red from the hat. Anyway, until next time, guys, that is Morty, and I have been your host, Lutch, a.k.a. the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Until next time, guys, we are here. Peace!